Okay, okay, okay. I like that. I like that intro. What up, suckers? We got some interesting stuff. It's normally beef, because that's fun. Um oh yeah, you can hear me. Let me do the mod thing. Oh, can you guys hear me? Oh, let me check. Oh, yeah, you can hear me. Mod. Okay. I don't know. Well, today it looks like Andy showed up, but I guess the freak hasn't been to one of my streams before. But I did tag him in the title, so he has been notified. He has been notified. And before I drop the link, since we do need to address some discussion that happened in the Jack Talcott channel. Oh, friggin' Jack. Friggin' jackass. He's like, let me just talk to Trump, guys. He's gonna listen to me. He's gonna listen. Jack's gonna say, you're a bad, bad boy, Trump. Bad boy. Trump's gonna be like, you got me. You got me. And that's it. I'm changing my ways. I'm gonna change my ways because Jack said so. Thank you so much, Jack. Talcott of the veterans with the thing and the peace. Oh, I could not handle the peace. I couldn't handle the peace. Jack Talcott changed my ways. Shut up, Aiden. Yeah, I saw that, Andy. I saw that earlier, man, and I was like, dang, I know you support, you're probably the biggest supporter of that channel, man. And yeah, it's a lot to deal with. I I get mad just thinking about it. I'm like listening to Jack. I'm like, it's every day, man. Every freaking day he thinks he's just looping. He's just looping. So, anyways, during that stream earlier today of Jack Jalcott, Andy and the Freak were having an exchange, a certain exchange in the comments. There were some hot comments. And it would be good to provide an opportunity for them to air that out. That I offered. I don't know if the Freak is going to show up. So what I'm going to do is drop the link right now. Later on, I do want to go over what happened earlier with me and Dumb Jim Bob on his channel and the authoritarians over there. You know, the Christian nationalism garbage. So yeah, I had a little discussion over there, which I'd like to go over. And we can actually start that until, the Freak is brave enough to come here and hit the panel and such. I know Andy's going to be willing to, but we'll just have to see if the Freak is. I don't really know. Oh, here he goes. Here goes Andy. Hold up. Let me take me out solo. What's up, Andy?
Hello, Saya.
Oh, hold up, dude. My tab is muted. I can't even hear you, dude.
Hello?
Oh, pardon my language.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. This is why I couldn't hear anybody. All right, can you speak again?
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, I heard you that time. Dang. What's up, Andy? You've been
Hello.
going through a little bit. You snapped. You snapped, Andy. You snapped.
I did. I
On Jack.
lost my temper.
He earned it. He earned it.
He
But yeah,
did.
it happened. But the freak
You
got
muted
caught
yourself.
up.
There you go.
Yeah, the freak got caught up in what was going on there too, and it sounded like I guess he wants to always lick Trump's boots. So I guess there's an opportunity for him to hit the panel, and you guys can air that out.
Yeah, that all came from DeFreak calling me a communist.
Right. Because
DeFreak doesn't understand what a communist even is.
right, true. Right.
And to be fair, that's a common theme with DeFreak is that DeFreak will lecture people on things that he has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Yeah, I guess he's not self-cognizant of that tendency that he has, I guess.
He's a
Well,
YouTube expert. He'll watch a half-hour video on something and then try to pretend like he's an expert on it instead of actually spending the 4 or 5 hours it takes to just read about it.
yeah, there's unfortunately that going on a lot, and that sucks. People talking
Same with
about
Jack.
stuff.
Same with Jack Talcott. He's the exact same way. Jack Talcott is a YouTube Christian. He's never read the Bible. I could prove it to him anytime Jack wants. I can prove to his entire fan base that Jack's never read the Bible. He's never read the Old Testament. He's never read the New Testament. He has no clue what he's talking about.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah, when I'm on there, he considers me an expert. And, well, I know enough. Yeah, he has not. He has not read it.
Yeah. True that.
The freak, I know you got the notification, man. I guess he'll probably ignore it. But, it's an open invitation. But we can, until then, we can go over what happened on Jortlandia. Freaking so stupid.
What happened with you and Jim Bob? Hold on. Does Jim Bob think that Jesus was not Jewish?
That was a shout out to Maud, because
okay.
she was in his chat at one time saying Jesus is Jewish and they were not liking it. So I thought I'd just bring that up.
They didn't like that, huh?
They don't like that. I just say it. I don't know why. Well, maybe I do know why. They don't like that. But
that's bullshit. Jesus was a Christian.
Right. He followed himself, right? You freaking idiots. These people are confused. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Window. All right. All right. This is a stream from earlier today. Freaking Jim Boob over here critiquing one silly guy, critiquing another silly guy. So that's what makes it really interesting to me. Goofy guy here, goofy guy there. This guy's name over here is John Fishback. Yes, James Fishback. And I made a good joke on JB's stream saying, just throw the fish back in the water already. And you know that was appreciated by the sucker JB. But then things in the chat turned more interesting. So I'm not even gonna listen to him. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's happening over here. Steelborn is in the chat too. Steelborn is a moderator on JB. I didn't know that.
Which one is Jim Bob?
He's on the left.
The guy in the tie?
No, he's the host here on the left.
Oh, the black and white.
Yep.
Oh, okay. This is my friend. I hear his name all the time. I've never actually seen him before.
Oh yeah, that's what he looks like. He looks pretty silly, doesn't he?
What a total jackass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is how he wakes up in the morning. Okay, yeah. Watch him go. And he and he wants to call me a troll. His chat's calling me a troll, and he's doing it. Like, look who you're watching, guys. Okay, you want to come at me for being a troll, and this is your freaking guy. You suckers. You're all fools. Look at you. He's a jester, and he knows it, man, and he knows I am too, and he better respect it, sucker.
What are his beliefs? Like, what does he argue about? I hear people arguing with him, but I don't even know what he believes.
I think he's
Is he an atheist or a Christian?
Tag. He's a Christian.
Oh, Christian. Okay.
He's an Orthodox bro. That's the
Right.
problem.
Lots of those.
Yeah, that's the problem. Major problem with him. And
They love to obfuscate text by talking about philosophy.
they do love to obfuscate. Now let's go to where a lot of chat was adding me. Let's see. Arg, you darn liberals. We're gonna get you, arg. Let's see what else. Let's go further. You darn liberals. We're gonna own you, liberals. Uh-oh. It's a tunnel vision, one-way thinking. These freaking authoritarians. And they're lying about it. They lie about being authoritarians. Did they delete? They didn't delete my comments. I just have to keep going. He's this guy is the interview host, Josh, and Jim Bob is critiquing him for allowing Fishback to give his version of orthodoxy. Because Jim Bob wants to pretend like his version is much better than Fishback's. Oh, he made it members only? Oh, he made it members. But I got gifted membership today. Oh, you sucker, Jim Bob.
Oh, that's divine intervention right there.
That is proof of God, Jim Bob. No, that is divine intervention. Okay, so here's where it starts. Do people think God wants us to force people to worship him? Because hold on. The discussion that was happening was this guy is going to tax viewing corn, and he's trying to impose things onto society which are Christian morals and values, but that's a problem because to impose, you must be authoritarian. What up, Robin? You sucker. No, I'm just playing. How are you doing, Robin? Say what?
Did you say this guy in the glasses? You said he wants to tax pornography.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
viewing of it. And
That's
Jim,
interesting. I
it
don't know how I
isn't.
feel about that.
Don't you feel like he's an authoritarian?
It's a little authoritarian, but I'm against pornography.
Right. Okay, you're torn. Well, I'm not for that. As a Christian, I can't be. So I'm also torn. There you go, Robin. Be proud of yourself. You gotta be. Be who you are. Sucker. Okay, so this guy, yeah, he wants to tax viewing it, and Jim Bob, in a stroke of, uh, he got one thing right. He said that means you're putting the economy based on sin, or you're tying that to the economy, and that's not good because then you're relying on sin, people watching porn, and that's going to fuel the economy, and then you're kind of like saying that's okay and then making money from it. I, I don't. I think that's a good argument. So I think Fish JB actually made a good argument for once, and then Fishback is not looking so good here.
I mean, I think his system of taxing something that is sin is very similar to the sacrificial system imposed by Yahweh in the book of Leviticus.
Right. So the difference would be who the source of this is. I think Christians can stand defending that God's morals are imposed on people is far different from people's interpretation of the Bible being imposed on others. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I tend to try to lean away from interpretation as much as I can and focus on what can be understood plainly. People get too lost in interpretation.
Well, there's a lot that goes into interpretation. When we
Yeah,
read different types of passages, there's
it's necessary sometimes.
allegory, like
Yeah.
parables are
Hmm.
not to be taken literally. There's historical text, which should be read differently, and then
Poetry.
there's wisdom. Yep, poetry. Yep, and that's to be read differently, right? So
Yeah.
we have to agree on that stuff and know about that, especially when we talk about the Bible, because it includes a whole bunch of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The trouble, what I mean by that when I say that is that people act like everything in the Bible is open to interpretation, and it leads to skewed public opinions
Oh
of
yeah.
very obvious things. Like for instance, Isaiah, he's a prophet. Prophets speak in metaphor and allegory constantly, but they also say things that are perfectly literal and are not meant to be interpreted or, metaphorized. And people think that because it's a prophet saying it, that every single word they said can be taken allegorically. And so you miss these, totally on the face statements from Isaiah.
It is a major problem. It is the source of how many denominations there are in Christianity, and I think it's because the Christian enemy, the devil, is attacking Christianity because I believe it's true. And then, so from my standpoint and worldview, that makes sense. But it is up to us to have our due diligence to look into things. The Bereans were celebrated for looking into the scriptures for themselves. And I encourage anyone, the Bereans, Berean. I think that was pretty sure that was in Acts. It said that.
Hmm.
I'll pull it up.
I don't remember ever hearing that word.
Okay. Yeah, then it's worth pulling up because I chose to go to a church based on this verse. It was had Berean in the name of the church. Okay.
Why does that not look familiar? I wonder if my Bible uses a different word.
Okay, this is NIV. Yes.
Oh, okay. NIV usually aligns with the NRSV. It should be the same.
Oh,
That's weird.
well,
I don't remember it.
well, I was gonna switch to ESV. It'll still say.
Acts 17:11.
Yeah.
17.
Well, hold on.
Oh yeah. Okay. It spells it differently. That's why I didn't recognize it.
Wait a second.
It spells it BEROEA in my Bible.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking at the. I was looking at why the ESV didn't mention them in that verse. So let's use, but ESV does mention Berea here. It just says the Jews in Thessalonica. Let me go back to the NIV. And I'm also going to show, I also want to show how I recommend Bible translations in a second. So yeah, okay. So here's the point. Now the Berean Jews were of more noble character than those in Thessalonica, for they received the message with great eagerness and examined the scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. I think this is what we should do with anything we hear from a pastor or anyone professing to be a Christian. Is we should be like the Bereans and look for yourself. Part of looking for yourself is also studying these words, certain ones, in the original language that it was written. And part of that can be studying the culture and it was written in, so you can understand idioms and stuff like that. And there's, that's part of doing your due diligence to actually understand what, or better understand what the message we're reading is saying.
It was Greek, right? Or was this Aramaic?
I think most of the New Testament was written in Greek.
That's the thing about Greek. Greek is a super complex language. I tried to use a website called Perseus Tufts where it kind of gives you the regular usage of a word. It shows you where it's been used and how it's been used and what context.
Yeah.
But even with that, it's really difficult. I feel like this is the reason that I've started learning Hebrew, because I tried to do the same thing with the Hebrew lexicon and repeatedly made a fool of myself trying to do that, and realized that I need to actually learn Hebrew if I want to decipher what they meant.
Okay, well, use resources. Oh, freaking 30-day free trial. Oh my goodness, guys. You're going to charge for this?
For what?
This logo software. So it does include it includes Greek and lots of references. I guess it's like a reference resource. So
that's cool. That could be useful. Hey, speaking of learning new languages, by the way, have you ever heard of Dr. Joshua Bowen? He's a biblical scholar and a Syriologist. Anyway, he just released a book, and I bought it, and it just came in the mail today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you were talking about books when we were burning books before on the other stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you gonna learn about in this one?
I'm going to attempt, after I feel like I've become proficient in Hebrew, I'm going to attempt to learn ancient Akkadian, which was the primary language of the Mesopotamians. Is it just me? Howdy, y'all. Suckers. I'm the new Zill. Zill got kicked off because he didn't pay his bill. And I've got to find some way to keep you entertained. Whoever's out there listening. It may be nobody. I don't even know. Okay. You had me scared for a second.
My bad. I clicked the wrong X. Oops. My bad. Dang, that was a mod moment right there. Shut up, BS.
That was.
Shut up. That.
Oh shit.
Shut your mouth, sucker. Yeah. So what? Yeah. What? You guys click tabs correct all the time? You judging me, suckers? Come on. So what? I click out of my own life. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Not at all. Now back to this fool, Jim Boob.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Too, we're also waiting for the freak to come catch this smoke.
I was hoping he would show up.
Yeah.
I don't really know a lot about communism, to be honest. I have read the Communist Manifesto, and I know that there are no countries in the history of humankind that have ever lived up to the Communist Manifesto. So communism has never existed, as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, nobody freaking knows what that is these days, man. Uh-oh. No, no, not a freak. The freak mod. Look, she's doing the words thing again. She's mixing up her own spelling.
Bob.
Yeah. He doesn't like. I don't think Jim Bob likes that Jesus is Jewish, and I don't think his audience likes that either.
That's crazy. They're just mad at the Bible. The Bible's like super explicit about Jesus being Jewish. There's no secret about it.
I know, dude. I know. He celebrates Passover, freaking everything, dude.
Yeah. He's literally the Jewish Messiah.
I know. Okay,
he's like,
it's funny.
He's like the most Jewish you could possibly be.
I know, he's the king Jew, dude. He's
Hello, Mod.
Literally king of the Jews. What's up, Mod? Oh. BS. Now she's just spamming. All right. No, that's okay. And she activated the bot. BS. That's the bot. Yeah, they started talking to me over here. I'm gonna zoom in. Oh, here. This is where it started. I said something before that, did I? Close your eyes if you don't like fast scrolling. Just freaking close them. I don't even care.
I'm going cross-eyed.
Oh yeah, me too. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. This is too much.
I like this guy's mustache though.
This guy?
Some people can pull a mustache off, and he looks good. He looks like he would beat you up for being black. He would
Well, we don't
lighten
like
up your skin
those
tone, boy.
mustaches.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
He has a Confederate flag somewhere in his house.
He does. And this guy probably does too. He's wearing Confederate flag underwear. Jim Boob, you sucker. Get out of here. Jim Boob. Yeah, let's go to the part where chat's attacking Zil. Oh, can he do it? What the heck did he say to me? John Castle. What is he saying? Zil, I'm already governed by laws I don't agree with. Your point is arbitrary. This is the crux of their problem. And what we'll see is they're saying, We already live under authoritarianism, guys. How Jim Bob literally made the argument on stream, and I'm not even going to find the spot. But he was like, how do you enforce the Constitution? Huh? What are you going to do? That's authoritarianism. Shut up, Jim Bob. Seriously, shut up. Stop being dumb. Don't be a dum-dum, Jim Bob. Stop playing games, sucker. Okay? We do not live under authoritarianism. We reject that as Americans. Dum-dum. We have checks and balances in place to prevent people like you with dangerous ideologies from gaining power and stopping elections. So you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm running for permanent president, and I'm going to revoke your citizenship and kick all of you out of the country. Everyone in chat. And this is the ultimatum that it came to. This is the ultimatum that it came to. Let's just skip to where these freaks are all... Zill, that's objective. You're not making a point. Shut up, John, you idiot. Zill, make an argument. It's a little more nuanced than whether we like the Constitution or not. I know nuance isn't the strong suit of the boomers, but the flaws in the Constitution caused the fall of America. Yeah, see, so I got chat to say they don't like Zilch. They don't like the Constitution. They don't like the Constitution on this channel. What's up with that?
Take your bitch ass to Korea.
Get out of this country. Get out of my country if you don't like the Constitution, dumb. How about that? What do you think about that? Here goes Steelborn. Oh, yeah. This is where he tried to give Jim Bob a warning. Dude, don't try to engage with Salzon. He's a troll. He goes on his speakeasy panels in Spurs. Shut up, Steelborn, you sucker. He's a freaking... He's a Christian nationalist himself. That's why I pick on him. That's some garbage. Yeah, Jesus really is Jewish, though. They don't like that. They don't like that. Jesus is not Talmudic Jew like the Jews of today. What do you see? They're trying.
That's such a cope.
They are trying. They're trying to cope, bro.
No one even said that he's a Talmudic Jew. The Talmud didn't even exist. The Talmud that they're talking about didn't even exist when Jesus was alive.
Bro, they are pulling out all their stops. This is why Mod said that. And they don't like it. It's crazy, these hoops they jump through. Do you know what a word concept fallacy is? Shut up, sucker. So yeah, they're just they're trying ad homs because they don't like what I'm saying. Why, Zill? Why is it bad for us to advocate for our position to impose our values on everybody else? But why we're Christians, but we don't like your Christianity. Only us. Only us. You suckers only like your own brand and interpretations. How can you call yourself correct in all your interpretations? You can't.
I would go one step further than saying that Jesus was Jewish, and I would say that Jesus was pushing Judaism, like strict Torah observant Judaism. I think that the new covenant that people talk about is bullshit. Jesus never taught that. Paul did.
Well, Jesus did mention a transition, didn't he?
Not about
didn't
that
allude
though.
To that?
Because people talk about
the law. That's a transition, right?
No, I don't think so. Some people think that means like to make the law disappear. I think it means to uphold the law.
Well, Jesus said that too.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't mean,
So-
it doesn't mean to make the laws go away. The laws, it says, God himself said that the laws are eternal, and so did Jesus.
Right, but Jesus saying that he came to fulfill the law, I interpret that as contributing towards the change in
The changing of eternal law?
the new covenant, towards the new covenant. And
Right,
he
that stands in contradiction to what he taught, though. He said that the laws would stand until Judgment Day. A bunch of, like, he said it twice, like two or three times, I believe he said that.
Okay, so if we're bringing in civil laws from the Old Testament, that's a different discussion that REX would be better at, and we don't need to go into it. But
all right,
we'll okay, so we'll just disagree that what I think about Jesus saying that he fulfills the law is contributing towards the new covenant. And I also believe we looked at Isaiah 53, I believe paid transgressions for our sins refers to Jesus as prophecy. So new covenant stuff, I think it's reasonable to conclude there's enough to support it. So it's not like
to support it, you have to include Paul's word, or it just falls apart. And I think that Paul was a blasphemian. I think that he directly opposed what Jesus taught. I think if Jesus was alive, when Paul was alive, Jesus would have slapped Paul in his face and spit on him.
Interesting. Okay. You are free to have that opinion, and we don't need to go into it, but you are free to
I'm sorry, I forgot that we were going to let that go.
It's cool. Yeah, so, right, so because we align on what's going on over here. Why is it bad for us to advocate our position? So, I think what they also like to do is go more into well, they do it over there, so why can't we do it over here? But they're doing that, they're arguing from the point that, the government is already authoritarian, so therefore us being authoritarians is not bad. That's their argument.
That's a weird case to make. I don't know how I feel about that argument. I'm kind of on the fence, because there are authoritarian properties to some people in our government that have really high amounts of power, but I would say that our government is the opposite of authoritarian on its face.
Our government is built with checks and balances to prevent authoritarianism, which Trump is subverting. For example, and I said that in this chat, for example, he subverted Congress to declare a war of choice.
Yeah. It's a funny, because you see these people in the House of Representatives and in Congress that have consistently stood, in strong opposition to the things that Trump is trying to achieve. And then it's like out of nowhere, they just suddenly do a 180 and are supporting Trump. And it's like, who the fuck bought you out? Like, what happened?
Right. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. There's some Trump supporters in this chat. All right, so my argument from earlier is radical ideology. Oh yeah, but Jim Bob doesn't want to read that one. He doesn't want to highlight this one. Jim Bob. Jim Boob. Look at you. You sucker. You don't want to highlight the comment where I give my argument. You want to ignore those, Jim Boob. You freak. Exactly, Mom. He's fake.
Trump is fake and gay. Fuck yeah. That'd make a cool t-shirt.
Exactly.
Candace Owens saying it with outer space in the background.
Right? That would be sick. She probably hates him by now. She's She's just working on her Griff Rolodex by now. She'll turn on anyone. Oh, yeah, because she got denied to be in Trump's cabinet. She was salty about that. And then when Andrew Tate said it's because you're black, and he was right about it, she was probably salty. Anyways.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Have you seen the racial makeup of his cabinets? Anyways, my argument from earlier, radical ideologies like Christian nationalism are pushing the bounds on what we allow in politics, unconstitutionally so, because they want to impose Christianity in their interpretation of it. And the further point on this is using their same logic. They're saying, well, it's already authoritarian, so we're not doing anything wrong. They have to change the Constitution to allow for what they want to do, which is just telling people what to do, just showing up with the National Guard and doing whatever they want.
So they've openly admitted to authoritarianism then?
Well, yeah, we're going to go through some of the chat responses, but they... I don't want to straw man. I don't want to straw man. I think they are authoritarians, and they're arguing like, why is that bad? Kind of thing. It's just this stupid Andrew Wilson. Why is that bad? Put women in cages. Why is that bad? Can you explain? Shut up. Shut up, Andrew Wilson. You suck. Okay. Oh, here they come. Here they come, sucker. Zilzone, the Constitution is dead, bro. Lincoln killed it. What? What? What is that?
That is crazy.
What is that? Who are these people? You brainwashed freaks? DeGoff Ortho says, Zilzone, if we change the checks and balances to allow for Christian nationalism, it wouldn't be authoritarian by your own definition. Wow. Wow. So
the Constitution is gay.
No. He's trying to say that me saying it's unconstitutional to be authoritarian means if they change it to be authoritarian, then they would not be authoritarian. It's a really stupid, dumb argument from a bunch of dum-dums. You changing the Constitution to be authoritarian does not mean it's magically not authoritarian. It's a very stupid argument. Okay.
If we change the law to say that murder is okay, then murder is okay, right?
Right. Dude, we don't care about the gay Constitution, Zil. The Constitution is gay. So, me just ceding that unconstitutional stuff brought out these crazy views.
What is Darth Grumpy getting at right there? Please tell me he's not talking about Jesus. Or is he talking about Lincoln?
Right.
They're both wrong. I'm just curious.
Right. Let's just see which wrong he is. Oh dang. He was also the first Christian. Well, he's not. Look, I don't want to mess this up. We're just not gonna. Dang it.
It's fine.
Acid freaking reflex. Reflex.
Acid reflux?
Yeah, reflex.
Reflux.
I'm different though, so it's a.
Oh, okay.
It's reflex.
I suffer really bad from that too. If I drink too much water, it just kills me.
Well, I was having some beer earlier, and then I went to water so I could stream. So it's probably left over from that.
Some bitch.
What's your point, Dilly Dork? Okay, the name's Craig. We talked earlier about how laws would have to change to support full-blown Christian nationalism. Okay. Now, that's an assertion or an argument, and their responses are sus. My constitution. Unconstitutional isn't a thing. It's a straw man that means nothing. Who
What
are
the
these
fuck?
people, bro?
These answers that they're giving you are literally fucking insane.
I know. This is crazy, dude.
It doesn't even make sense.
These people are insane.
Oh
Mod,
damn! I didn't know that was a
we'll
thing,
just-
Mod.
We'll just get you some Tums, Mod. We'll keep it on deck if that helps.
I used to eat Tums, but the calcium in Tums started fucking with my kidneys, and I had to just raw dog it with no Tums.
Dang. Yeah, I've just been kind of dealing with it and being like, is this it? Nope, just reflux. Anyways, these freaks. Look at these freaks.
Oh my God! They really did say it. Jesus is not Jewish; he's a Christian.
Dude, what?
He did say it.
Dude, what?
Wow, I'm genuinely amazed.
This is
I
your
don't even know if they're
audience, Jim
serious.
Bob.
Yeah, Jim Bob, what the fuck are you teaching?
Jim Bob, this is your audience, bro. Huh?
You're
This
banned.
guy thinks you're cool, JB. You're banned. Yeah, they're coming after me. Bunch of unconstitutional authoritarians.
Jesus was a follower of Christ.
All right, I'll turn on the audio when Jim Bob pulls that comment up. We need to make Christianity more American. So Jim Bob agreed with that on stream, which is just authoritarianism. Zilzo just saying Christian nationalism doesn't say anything. Mormons want that too. Is it Christian nationalism? Okay, so you want to play definition games? Shut up, you dummy.
Dude, look at this guy that just said we need to make Christianity more American. What the fuck is that shit?
That's
How is
authoritarian stuff.
Why aren't these people calling him out for that? Like that stands in the face of.
This is the crowd. No, this is the crowd. They don't like the Constitution, dude.
Well, they don't like the Bible. Apparently, they're talking about editing the religion to make it fit with their politics.
Well, they don't see it that way. They see it as tyranny. I don't know, man. I don't know. They're authoritarians, dude, and they can't see it any other way.
Maybe they think they have the Holy Spirit guiding them.
They're just like, I like Christianity, so that's what's good for everybody. We gotta force it on them, because you simpletons. Here's the major problem with that. And we'll see in the chat later where they say there will be no other elections. Effectively, that was said by someone. Yeah. No more elections, right, guys? You just want to take power and not let it go, and you want to try to convince us that is sane. And it's just not. Okay, Mod actually has some internal knowledge about the origins of Jim Boob. I've heard her say she's seen where he came from and his come up. Freaking racist as hell. They have to say Jesus is white because they hate Jews.
Oh shit, that's got to be true.
This is why it's so scary. The Ortho Bros movement, the alt-right, the Nick freaks, Fuentes freaks are
I'm
just
genuinely amazed. I had no idea this was even a thing. Like, these people are blasphemians.
yeah, they are blasphemians. I mean, people still support Trump after he gave his doctor picture with the red sash and healing someone. Doctor, right?
Oh
No,
yeah, I forgot about that. He
blasphemy.
portrayed himself as the Messiah.
Yeah, I know. Complete blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy, and then lied about it. He just
Yep.
does so many things that I can't do it because then I start. This one time on Verbal Combat, I was cussing them out, calling everybody a cuck and go suck Trump and stuff. And I was really wasted. I haven't been wasted like that since, but I was pissed about something Trump did, probably. They are cucks, though. All right. Yeah, just saying Christian National. So trying to dodge. The name is Craig is trying to dodge. I send my argument again for Jim Bob to put on, but he has moved on. He doesn't want to put up my argument. That's fine, Jim Boob. That's fine, buddy. You're scared of me, Jim Boob. Jim Boob, you're scared of me, bro. I mean, I don't really care. It's just embarrassing for you, man. And, you're like, where's your argument, Zell? And then when I send it, and I sent it before and I send it again, you don't want those parts. You want to highlight the parts to make me look silly for your agenda, your authoritarian garbage, Jim Boob. You're garbage, man. You're a buster. All right. Let's see what this freaking stupid chat is saying. Look at them all. Look at them all. They're piling on me. Oh, they're gonna get me. Yeah, we fascist over here, Zillzone. Got a problem? Get roofed. Oh, Aiden, shut up, Aiden. I swear you was Jordan Peterson busy. Got him. Shut up, Aiden.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that was funny. All right, so here's some lore on why I said Jesus is a Jew. Mon says, I was in Jim Bob's chat telling him they worship a Jew, and I got banned. I'm still banned. So I tagged Jim Bob in a post telling him he was a Jew lover.
Damn.
Got him, sucker. Got him, sucker. Jim Boob, you Jew lover, you sucker. How dare you, Jim Boob? What a fool.
Wow. So they're so hardcore about this belief that Jesus was not Jewish that they'll actually ban you if you say that he was Jewish.
Right. That's why in the thumbnail, he when I had Jim Boob's attention, I wanted to throw that in there. Because I know they don't like that. Jesus was a Jew, suckers.
Does Jim Bob participate in debate?
Yeah. He does debates. He does debates.
Does he really?
On philosophy mostly.
Oh, I would like to. I would crush him. And if we did a debate on whether or not Jesus was Jewish, I would fucking rip his spine out through his mouth.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. If he's willing to debate, I will 100% debate him on whether or not Jesus was Jewish.
Mortal Kombat style. Yeah.
Fatality.
Well, that debate would take some doing to.
Oh, look at Reax's comment. Good point.
Riek says, if Jesus wasn't Jewish, how could he explain the genealogies of Jesus in Matthew 1? Right. It was prophesied that he would be Jewish, and
Quite literally from the tribe of Judah.
yeah. Zillzone, was William F. Buckley busy, sucker? I mean, those jokes are very recyclable. Great template. Great template for a joke. it's very good. Are you not following, dummy? All right, let's follow. So, yeah, Diabolical Man says, yeah, we fascists over here. So got a problem. Get roofed. What the F is that? Throw me off a roof, sucker? Ooh, big bad Diabolical Man. Uh-oh. Was David Jewish? Isn't Jesus the son of David? Right. Right. This is known stuff. This is not a mystery, guys.
Yeah.
They really think they are the master race. Facts. It's real, actual racism. Facts. Not the new racist where everything you say is racist. They have an explanation on how Jesus is white. Google it. Yeah, I agree with Mod. Shut up, Aiden. I agree with Mod on this. That the new racists will say, I'm the least racist person you'll ever meet. Not me. And then they do all the racist things. See, the worst thing you can do is call a racist a racist. They hate that. They'll be way more okay with doing racist things than being called a racist or being accused of that. What up, Mr. T? This is this side of YouTube. There's some. Forget that other stuff. Don't even mention that, Mr. T. But welcome in. Hope you're chilling, dude. Shut up, Aiden. I swear. All right. Re-exam says, if Jesus wasn't Jewish, then how was he allowed to read from the scroll in the synagogue? Because that would, right.
Right. Imagine a pagan walking into the synagogue and trying to preach from the Torah. They would kill him right there on the spot.
Dang. They were very meticulous back then, yes, and punishmental. I know that's not a word, but that's what they were. Punishmental. All my lynch mobs are fully inclusive. Me, a racist? Dude. I know. It's really amazing the hoops they jump through to say they're not racist. No, Duck, it didn't. There's an open invite for the freak. In fact, what I'm going to do is pin the StreamYard link so that he can find it. I just have to find my own channel first.
Actually, it's funny that Dux was the person that you're saying this to, because Dux probably has an even better understanding of communism than I do.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's quite interested in that whole subject.
I was unaware.
The whole point, Dux, was that De Freak was throwing the word communism around frugalously, kind of, at people that are not even close to communist. I don't think he even understands what a communist is. So I invited him to respond to some basic questions about communism.
Yep. And he's yet to show up. I did tag him. I tagged him correctly on YouTube. He got a notification. Did you get a notification for this stream, Andy? Aside from, did it say you were mentioned? Is my mic on? Is your mic on? If Jesus wasn't Jewish, How could Jesus say that salvation is of the Jews? Rex, there's just a whole slew of arguments that make this so ridiculous, and I am so confused at how they could be this way. Why are you this way? Andy, I think something happened to your mic. And I have to take a quick break. So what I'm going to do is play this this dumb noise. Oh no, I got different.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean something happened to my mic?
Oh, I hear you now.
Oh.
I thought you were talking, and I guess you just weren't. All right, I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to another episode of the Zill Zone podcast. We come to get freaky, talk about the Bible, talk about the freak, talk about what's ever on your mind. Zill Zone. And Andrew, the angel.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, suckers. Welcome. Yeah. And you know who else we talk about? It's Jim Boob. You sucker. Straight buster. Jim Boob, you got nothing on me, sucker. Huh? Jim Boob, I'm taller than you. So if you see me, you're not going to like it. You're like, I'm bogged. Uh-oh. Stop with that red pill garbage, sucker. I know you're a red pill. Don't play with me, Jim Boob. Yeah, Doug. I make the Suno hits, bro. Chill. We do the chill, bro. What are you guys talking about? The freak. Yeah, he hasn't showed up, Andy. Where's he at? Where do you think
I don't know.
He's not here for the smoke, huh? He doesn't want the smoke, I guess. Were you there on that stream where me and the freak aired out some beef we had about his love for Trump on Mod Stream?
No.
Yeah, I tore into him on that, and BBM said, "Yeah, Zill's got it." BBM was like, "Do I need to come up there?" And he's like, "No, Zill got this." Yeah, I don't. I tore him a new one on that Trump stuff, and he needs that. He needs to hear that. Oh, the freak is cool, people.
I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of disagree with Mud there.
She's probably being gracious because he's a Christian.
Yeah.
I
don't know if I wouldn't. I also don't consider the freak a Christian. I think he's a Muslim.
That is under investigation because his.
If you want to investigate that, if you do want to investigate that, I have a video I could show you where he just blatantly admits it. So.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, his exact words were that he thinks that the Quran is the word of God and that Muhammad was a true prophet.
Well, you and I were on a panel on this stream before, and then chat was like, no, he converted. But it is the full understanding that he didn't fully convert and still thinks the Quran is true?
Yeah, he thinks that both are true. He thinks that the New Testament and the Quran are both simultaneously true, which is literally impossible.
Yeah, because they're different gods.
Oh no, I disagree with that. I think they're the same God, but they say that Jesus was only a prophet and not the Son of God.
No, I mean, Allah is not the God of Abraham, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's where we disagree. I think that Allah is the God of Abraham.
Okay, then do you believe the Quran is a misinterpretation or mischaracterization of what the God of Abraham has said in the Bible?
Nope. Well, there is some places where it's wrong. Like it says that the Quran says that like Ishmael, you remember Abraham's son with Hagar, Ishmael, the one that he like sent out into the wilderness or whatever his wife did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Quran says that Ishmael is the one that Abraham took up the mountain to sacrifice and not Isaac. So it is kind of wrong about the patriarchy at points, but it does mostly agree with everything that the Old Testament said about Abraham. And the Quran
Yeah.
explicitly says that Allah is the God of the Bible, like a bunch of times.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many differences there are. I read something about a couple different accounts of the Pharaoh chase from Egypt, the Exodus story. And it was something like they drowned in one story and they didn't in another. Don't quote me on that, but there was something regarding that disagreed with the Old Testament. I'm not sure how much there is. Maybe the freak knows. I'm sure he knows the Quran, and we would love to hear what he has to say. If he's brave enough to, come over and talk to you about it.
I don't know why he wouldn't be. I spent like dozens of hours talking to him about this subject.
Wait, you have?
I've been on DeFreak's channel like 10 times, and it's like some of those times were like for 5+ hours. We just sit there and talk about the Bible and the Quran. I've talked about him. I've talked about the prophecies. I've talked about Jesus. I've talked about the Exodus, the Hyksos, all kinds of stuff about the Bible.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't know that was on the Lore Airlines flight registry. I didn't know. Um, okay. Dang. So he's defended that position then.
A
Dang.
bunch, yeah.
He's directly defended that talking to you. All right. I'll take your firsthand testimony as truth, especially because the freak is too scared to come over here and talk about anything.
But also, aside from my testimony, he has a video from about a month or so ago with Tawhid Islam, where, like I said, at the very beginning of the video, he explicitly venerates the Quran and says that Muhammad was a true prophet of God.
The freak, you can't be doing that, bro. Not as a Christian, man. Sorry, that's gotta, you gotta cut that. You gotta cut that out, the freak. Never do it again.
Or else.
Never ever do that again.
Or I'll cut your hands off.
You're right, or I'm gonna implement Sharia law on your ass. Okay? Stealing. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Quran, more like, come on, man, shut up, Aiden. All right, let's get back into this crazy authoritarian content here. What? Uh-oh, diabolical, man.
Get rude.
These freaking fedora, freaking nerd, Reddit bustas, dude. They're driving me nuts, man.
Is that what he means by get roof? Does he mean to toss you off of a roof?
Yeah, they were calling me gay, too, with no indication of such. Of course, they just if you disagree with them, you're gay. So, I think he was saying, get thrown off a roof. Here comes Grumpy Dad. The Constitution is designed to be changed. How is changing it to favor our side wrong? Bro, these people hate the Constitution. They want to remove the checks and balances.
Wow.
Come on, Zell. Come on, man. Come on. Just agree with us, authoritarians, man.
Some of these comments are shocking. Like, I can't believe they're saying these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to subscribe to Jim Bob.
Yeah. Well, this is ortho bro chat, is what it is. This is what they do. This is why I can't rock with them. I said it's not authoritarian to uphold the Constitution. We all agree on upholding it. Shut up, Jim Bob. Shut up. I'm torn between looking for when he pulls up my thing and responds to it in this freakish chat. Freak brain.
I'm surprised that they said the Constitution is designed to be changed. I flat out just completely disagree with that. I think that the Constitution was designed to have all the answers for forever. Like, no matter what society happens in the United States, the Constitution was designed to be applicable to all types of societies.
I agree, and they allowed amendments for anything they might have missed, but they're taking that as saying they never designed it right, to be right in the first place. These are friends of Aiden's. Aiden! You psycho. Aiden, you psycho. All right, let's see what Jim Boob has to say.
All right.
You can hear it, right?
No.
Oh my goodness. Don't worry, I got this. I got this. All right. You can hear me now.
It's not the church. It's not some symphony of the church and the operation of the state. No,
You can hear him now, right?
no, the Constitution is their Bible.
Yes.
Tinkerville, Illinois, the idea was, no, you don't lose your First Amendment rights, including your right to religious liberty.
It's not authoritarian to uphold the Constitution. Okay, if we gather a bunch of people with guns and try to overthrow the Constitution, who are we met with, Zillzone?
What do
Can
you
you
mean?
live in this society without abiding by the Constitution? With the threat, under the threat of force, Zillzone? You have a low IQ. The irony is that you live in this constitutional
Oh, Jim Boob. So, Jim.
representative republic, and you're too dumb to even participate in it.
Jim Boob. Well, that wasn't an
Silly.
argument either, silly.
Every ordered system of society that has law is going to be authoritarian at some threshold. The only question is, at what level are you comfortable with the authority?
Brother, my confused brother in Christ. The Constitution has checks and balances to avoid authoritarianism. And we all agree in America that we don't want that. You know, because, I don't know, maybe America was started to avoid that kind of thing from a monarchy, the consolidation of power, sucker. But you want your authoritarianism to be just fine. So what they're doing is saying, we're already under authoritarian regime, so we might as well take over for Christianity, and it's nonsense. You're being a dumb, Jim Bob. Jim Boob. Straight dumb.
At public school, and so I'd want to
Just
see
a
that.
freaking, just a Just a smooth brain. Okay, Jim Bob? You're a smooth brain, boy. You are. You're a worm to me, Jim Bob. You're a worm to me, kid. Oh, my position is vacuous. Okay. They just said that because I said vacuous earlier. They're learning vocabulary from me. Smooth as eggs. Oh, here comes the goth ortho. Oh, right, because he was like, answer me. And I said, right, because Steelborn says ignore Zill. Because Steelborn is a Jim Bob chill. Uh-oh. Go tell your daddy about me, Steelborn. Soyborn! Soyborn, don't come after me! You're supposed to be looking forward to the debate I have with Rex on Molinism versus Reformed monarchism, sucker. So get in line and learn something from me, Steelborn, okay? Yeah. Uh-oh. We got a guest. What's up, Mott?
Sucker.
Oh, no, it's BS.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
BS.
Oh,
It's
you should have seen your face.
My face was probably like, what?
It was all blurred out.
You busted. BS. What do you have any thoughts on what's going on here?
No. What was going on? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, you don't have any thoughts at all, do you? BS. Vacuous void of thoughts. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's insult these guys. Insult them
Yeah.
heartily.
We are. So he's trying to catch me because I was saying Christian nationalism wants to radically push the bounds of what we allow politically because they want authoritarianism for their brand of Christianity pushed on top of everybody, and it's ridiculous, and they're idiots for believing this. So he's trying to say, well, didn't pornography radically push the bounds of what we allow politically? So I answer later. The answer is no, because what I'm saying about pushing the bounds of what we allow politically is in reference to authoritarianism, which would change how we do politics because we have checks and balances in place to prevent this. Okay, this is not complicated. These people are brainwashed. Are you caught up now, BS?
Yep, all caught up. If you want to get their goat even more, and they won't listen to you about Jesus being Jewish, just tell them that the first Orthodox Christians were Jewish.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll use first Orthodox for Jewish. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go use your apostolic succession and trace it back to Jewish people, suckers. What do you think of this BS? You think Jesus is white, sucker?
I think he was an Ashkenazi Jew. So yeah, he was lighter skinned,
but not white, because society has determined such. You know who determines it? Is the freaking racists.
So the Orthodox.
Freaking bigots. Yeah, the freaking Orthodox. They just.
It's right there in the name.
Oh, yeah.
They're the right belief.
Okay, look at this. That doesn't refute us changing it to favor our ideas. Okay. Guys, I need you to think. Here's why this is a problem. Your authoritarian garbage, playing by your same rules, it would be okay. This is why you want to hold on to power and not give it up. Because you know as soon as you change the rules for your agenda, what if a Muslim gets elected and enacts Sharia law using your law changes? Would you be for that? You
Or an
simpletons.
atheist.
What if an atheist gets elected? What if an atheist bans Christianity by using law changes?
They would never do that because the Christians are such a good voting bloc. They would just do what Trump does and pretend to be a Christian so they could manipulate the whole nation.
Ooh, it might already be happening before our eyes and we don't realize then.
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff saying that Trump makes fun of Christians behind the scenes.
Well, he's evidentially blasphemous. Me and Andy talked about his
doctor picture.
Doctor.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That was crazy that he did that. I can't believe people still stood behind him after that.
We all are wondering why for the same thing. Okay, so I mentioned, in a previous comment we missed because we were watching what Jim Boob was saying. I said, because they were asking for examples of authoritarianism because their strategy now is to try to make that a vague definition so that they will not have to admit to being authoritarians because they know that's bad. So I said Trump has been authoritarian by subverting Congress to enter us into a war of choice. It's clear that is authoritarianism. Later, I got the definition out, and authoritarianism is more of consolidating power towards a single person or oligarchy or group. If they have critiques that super PACs and donors and lobbyists are the oligarchy, then that's a critique on how they're affecting our system, not a reason to say it's okay for us to do it. Okay, that bringing that up means that we need to put some legislation in place to prevent authoritarianism or an oligarchy, instead of saying, well, let's do that now that they are. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's evil, I think. So he thinks Trump is irrelevant because he doesn't like that. He doesn't like my point that I answered his question about a perfect example of authoritarianism. If authoritarianism is violating checks and balances, then if we change the checks and balances to allow for Christian nationalism, isn't it authoritarian by your definition? Yes, if you change the Constitution to be authoritarianism, or to support that, then the Constitution would be authoritarian. This is how did you graduate elementary school, DeGoth? I'm very confused here. Yeah, he wants me to answer.
Caleb keeps obsessing over pornography. I think he has some sins he has to confess.
Yeah. Is this a call to dogpile me, Mike Dornan, you dork? Jump on Zill, please. Shut up, you nerd. Hey, I'm a nerd too, but I'm a cool nerd. Shut up. Answer my question. Way better than yours. What does that mean? I directly answer your question, and you still have a problem. Get out. Okay. Okay. See, he's getting triggered. The goth ortho is getting triggered. Yeah, and JP is still talking to me. It doesn't even matter what Jim Boob is saying right now.
He barely pays attention to chat anymore anyway.
Yeah, he's a dum-dum.
He's just like, what are the big talking heads saying so I can get views?
Right. This guy came after me, PhD, yeah, from Worm University. Zill, why can't we use the political apparatus to get the things we want as opposed to the things you want? Because I'm permanent president. I'm not going to let you do it, sucker. I'm going to revoke the citizenship of every single chatter in Jim Bob's chat, starting with Jim Boob. I'm revoking your citizenship when I'm permanent president, and I'm not leaving office, ever. You know what I'm going to do, Jim Boob? I'm going to become permanent president and create an AI consciousness of myself Perfect representation so I can be president forever. How do you like that? It's in line with your stuff.
I'd vote for you.
All right. There we go. I got a voter. And that's just one.
And that's all you need in this authoritarian regime.
Exactly. I'll vote for myself too. And that's really all you need, honestly. Okay. They want to use the political apparatus to change the politics of America, and that makes it okay, guys. Yeah. Tyrone Law want to fight, sucker. You freaks! You freaks! What is wrong with you guys? Zillzone's a troll. Don't listen to his logic, guys. Stillborn. You soy-born buster.
Stillbirth doesn't like you, or what? I thought you guys would be like peas in a pod.
No, he's a Christian nationalist, and I've called him soy-born and cussed at him and called him a cuck and stuff before, so he doesn't like me.
Well, now I like you a little bit more.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I do not like Christian nationalism at all because of all the points I made, which are valid. Look at this guy. We already have laws. Your conception of authoritarian is arbitrary. You're an idiot, Zill. Okay. Cool. Good. Great argument, guy. Great. Fantastic
Well,
stuff.
he has a PhD in his name, so
So, just
I mean that's kind of evidence that he's right.
He's got to be.
I think so.
Do you think that if Christian nationalists got control of our military, that they could defeat the United States population?
I think that's what they want to try to do, Andy.
Well, I know that's what they want to do, but I mean, do you think they could?
Well,
Like the
they would have to
hypothetical,
get
they already have control of the military in this hypothetical. Do you think our military would fight against the American people, and do you think they could win?
Yeah, if it's for Jesus. If the military, the Christians in the military, are thoroughly convinced that they're fighting for Jesus to overthrow the rest of America, then yes, they would do
right, but
You're
they
so
would have to
right.
be convinced of that. And okay,
And
so
Andrew
granted-
Wilson is pretty convinced.
Right. Granted, there. Right. So someone like Andrew Wilson can twist the scriptures into politics.
And if you disagree with that, you'll just say you're a soy boy, and then you'll be forced to like defend your manhood by killing Americans.
Yeah, and these are some extreme dangers of extremism.
20 years ago, this conversation would have been like a joke. Now it's like a possible reality.
I know, and it's terrifying because look at this chat we're looking at. These people are actually this is actually real. You know.
Well, luckily that like half of Jim Bob's audience are bots, so we have to worry about it.
Jim Bob, you isn't boss, you sucker.
Jim Bot.
Loser.
I think Jim Bob's AI. Look at him.
He looks AI. He smells AI. You sucker. Jim Boob, you can't touch me, bro. Debate me on Christian nationalism, then, you sucker.
See, both of those guys on screen are Christian nationalists, but I don't think that J. Jonah Jameson looking guy is an Orthodox, so they would have to fight each other.
Yeah.
About who gets control of the military.
Right. Yeah, they have to fight over which Christian the nationalism is for.
This is why we need an atheist secular nation. We're the only fair ones. You guys are all crazy. Just let the atheists like rule over you. We'll be fair because we don't care about the Orthodox versus the Protestants. We're like, oh, it's this fairy tale person versus this fairy tale person.
Look at that comment.
I can't fake that hair grease.
It is so sooty and greasy, Jim Boob.
Take
Did
a
you
shower.
oil up? Did you oil up before your stream, Jim Boob?
I think he oils his eyebrows too.
He is slick back with orthodoxy.
Not one hair out of place.
Yeah. What is metrosexuality, guys? Okay.
If I wear a flannel, they'll never suspect me.
If I wear flannel, they'll never expect me.
Look, I don't have any sleeves, guys. I'm just like you.
What an idiot. Jim Boob, you big dummy. Yeah, Aiden, shut up first off, Aiden, but we're on the same team on this one, so be quiet.
And Andy's here too, by the way, Dick.
Yeah.
Andy has said
What the
some
fuck?
words.
Yeah.
What is,
Come on.
I don't even
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, Aiden.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Yeah, Aiden. I don't even know if you guys are talking about me or him. All right. Andy, I know you're here. I know. Okay.
We see you.
Yeah, I noticed. Andy's so powerful, he gets his own dedicated comment. Obviously, should.
He's
gonna
an
wrap
Omega
you
level
up.
streamer.
I'm gonna wrap you up and put you right here, Aiden.
I don't know who the new guy's
Right
Justin
here.
is. I think Mod's burning me pretty hard, but I don't know who the new guy's Justin is. Is that a Timberlake reference? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. Let's just say it's a boy band. It's very up your alley, BS. It's totally something you would do. Yeah, okay, this is a good point. Jim Bob, you greasy bastard. What's wrong with you crawling around in slime?
But look at the guy behind him, though. He looks like a trailer park reject.
Oh wow.
Or a porn star, one or the other. A porn star from a trailer park.
Him and
The
Jim Bob have
golden-
been sharing a
golden
bed.
dawn.
Oh man. Oh, the guy that joined her show the other day.
Oh, that very entertaining guy. I remember him.
Yeah. You know the one. The interesting one. Yeah.
I'll take that comparison.
Yeah, was he this guy's confused.
So is that this whole stream? We're just gonna look at Jim Bob's chat for mentions of Zillzone, or is that what's going on?
Yeah, that's pretty much what this stream is.
Okay.
Also,
I jumped in the wrong stream.
yeah. No, well,
I'll heap praise on you.
No, we're also we're going over their ideology and exposing what these people believe.
That person said Spinoza is his God. Someone said Spinoza is my God in the chat.
Look, there's a Zillzone highlight. You still believe voting matters? What a clown! You're a silly clown, Zillzone. Zill clown.
Right.
See, this is the thing about Jim Bob's crew is
Aiden! I don't know why he's doing that, dude. It's pretty strange.
Oh my God. That's so accurate.
Plated in gold, boys. Plated in gold.
Holy shit.
I was saying Jim Bob's like good with an insult. Jim Bob can toss around some good, but his audience sucks butt, dude. Like they don't come up with anything clever. If they do find something that you kind of get a chuckle at, they'll just drive it into the ground. Everybody will like hive mind on that one insult or that one joke.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of freaking idiots.
This is what Orthodox does to your brain.
Yeah, look, I'm full authoritarian.
Wow.
Full authoritarian, guys. Once you call them out on it, they don't see. They're not going to offer that. They're not going to offer that information. You got to call them out.
I'll be on the lookout for a GGGG-G3CF.
Yeah, you should. You better watch out for them. Oh yeah, here's where I received the gift.
Sucker.
Yeah, thanks, Tyrone Law, you dum-dum. Look, here is the admission. Look at this. Zillzone, why do you assume we would let other ideologies have power?
Damn. That is pretty blatant.
That's why I'm the final president. I am the final president. I'm permanent president. This is why.
Final boss of presidents.
I am. And there will be no further elections. That's over. You can forget about that. I'm the final president, and I'm going to have an AI take my consciousness over and be president forever. Okay?
You know, I've seen a lot of rhetoric from Trump suggesting that there won't be any more elections after this presidency.
know.
What do you think about that?
I think he's
talking about Zill.
Yeah, he's talking about
yeah,
me.
it's a prophecy.
Yeah, that's what I think is he's talking about me. That's my job. He's very confused.
Yeah.
He's old. He's on his way out. I'm the permanent president.
Trump is just the beast, and Zill is the false prophet that he gives power to.
Shut up. Shut up, BS. Shut up, Aiden.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Bernie Sanders is back.
When I first came across this stream, it had such promising energy to it. You know, the jokes were flowing, the laughs were being had, and now it's starting to become the energy of that time I was addressing Congress, and there's literally nobody there. The camera pans away, and I'm just in an empty room. What's going on, Zill? What's going on?
Aiden, well, there was stuff to go over, man, and we got
Andy's
beef still up. We still got beef to address.
Andy's been carrying this stream on his back this entire time like a giant boulder. You gotta give the man a break.
Shut up, Aiden. Shut your ass up.
Well, we have the heavy hitters in here.
Thank you, Andy.
Carrying Zill along the way to his 100 sub mark.
It's a government mandated program, BS. I hope your check is in the mail.
I got my 2 cents.
Unfortunately, inflation has made 2 cents rather disappointingly a low amount of money.
The milk is too damn high.
I think you make 2 cents per donation, don't you?
I don't think that's any of your concern where my donations come from, quite frankly.
Grassroots, sucker. You grassroots asshole.
Excuse me, I very clearly sold out to Hillary. I'm not grassroots anymore.
I'm just going to address in the room that Bernie over here is Jewish.
Jewish? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I actually,
explode.
in a very surprising twist, I actually like Jim Bob quite a bit. He's a very good guy.
Oh, no. Don't
That's
say
right.
that.
He was at my son's bar mitzvah. He actually loves the Jews in private.
He's a grifter.
I believe that.
That's right.
He's a grifter. Dude. So
It's a
he's
psyop.
So he's cucking to his audience, you're saying, isn't he?
Yeah, it's actually pretty brilliant.
You know, in a surprising twist, Jim Bob's primarily Christian audience isn't full of free thinkers. Who would have thought it?
Right.
Look, he's laughing.
Guys, why's my hair always so greasy, guys? It's so greasy. I just love it. Oh, I just love that grease.
You made me break
guys.
characters, sucker.
I gotta made it.
It's not appreciated.
You freaking guys, you gotta let me.
Somebody needs to do an AI grease lightning with Jim Bob story.
You guys use my promo code for grease.
You're an StreamYard looking to level up.
You greasy sucker. Look at you, Jim Bob. You got grease everywhere, man. It's on your face and everywhere, man.
Head and shoulders.
You know
Look
Jim
into
Bob's
it.
Mexican, right? I think this is kind of offensive.
Is he Mexican?
Look at
Yes,
him.
he has to affect like an American accent every time. Every single time he gets off the stream, he's like, "Oh, thank God, it's over."
You're not doing that to me, BS. His hair is unnaturally greasy. Okay?
Unnaturally, so he's not Mexican.
No.
Yes, I swear every time you make a stream
no.
appearance, you're like, "I don't know what racial group I'm gonna disparage this time."
I have to be fair, so I have to rotate.
The Asians got it last time, so now it's the Mexicans' turn.
I'll get
You
around
guys
to
are
the
just
white.
trolls, bro.
Just making the stream racial. I see Jim Bob's been rubbing off on you, BS Lewis. You're hanging around the wrong crowd of people.
He did say I'm smart, so
That's what I'm saying, man. It's a slippery slope. I think it's primarily a slippery slope due to all the grease, but it's a slippery slope nonetheless, you know?
I just run
Hey.
Jim Bob right down the slope and whee!
Sandals, if you like grease, Sandals, hey, power to you.
It's
Howard-
kind of
Howard-
sexy.
Power to the greasers. That was what was that? The Outsiders, or was
Yeah.
that? Yeah, that was the Outsiders.
I'm
guys.
honestly just jealous of Jim Bob's hair because, as Mod points out, I'm balding.
Wow.
Well, you know what happens to the best of us, okay? Now shut up,
Yeah.
everybody.
I heard it's from excessive testosterone. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I keep trying to get into these long sleeve shirts, and my rippling muscles just rip all the fabric every single time. It's really annoying, you know?
Yep, that's why I rip my sleeves off.
Dang.
Exactly.
I thought it was
Now
usually
you're-
the horns trying to pull the shirt over with the horns, but
Now
I'm like
you're in Jordan.
Hulk Hogan.
yeah. You have to have holes in your shoulders. Just
I already pre-ripped them so I can just take them off at night. You ready for bed, honey? Roar!
Come on, BS. You think Zill started the stream going, I want to know the logistics of how BS puts on his shirt with his horns. He doesn't want to know that. He wants to get into the videos, sucker.
All right,
So let's all shut up.
let's scroll the chat for his name some more.
Yes. You get it. Now you understand. I'm permanent president. Okay, this is the program.
Just making
Look-
it all about him. Jeez.
Yeah, seriously, get with the program. All right, this fool says the Constitution opens doors for Sharia law. Have you been watching real life?
It's true. It's true.
What's true?
You didn't think about it that way? No, you didn't think about it that way, Zill? You didn't
No,
think that it
no,
wasn't
man, I didn't.
practical to every single person comes into the United States, they get a fucking scan. They get a full body scan to see if they've got Muslim in them, dude. Come on, dude.
Well, a well-known fact: all the founding fathers were Muslim.
Yeah, exactly. It opens the doors. The doors are already open from the start.
Like we're gonna
guys.
take over the new world.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is apparently a human who wrote this. I actually don't know. Maybe a robot wrote this. I don't really know. They think that. There's people who think that.
I'm
back to
liberated
the
by
program.
that by not doing much thinking at all.
Right. You poor confused souls. Zone, why is that a bad thing? You're only standing for authoritarianism is basically just things I don't like.
Now it's the same argument for objective morality versus subjective morality. Now you know how we feel, Zill. Oh, you just don't like things. Eh.
No, you guys don't get it either. We're not getting into that. We're getting into the Goth Horde, though, right now.
I don't like authoritarianism, so it's bad.
I don't like authoritarianism, but I'm a fan of Missing Rod.
Oh, no, I have the defeater argument for objective morality, BS.
You defeated objective morality?
Yes, easily.
It's pretty base.
Observed everything going on around you?
No. Check this out. Yeah, actually,
Got him.
I was astral projecting the other day, BS. No.
Asshole projecting.
I'm in, yeah, with 2 S's, right? Shut up. So I'm an objective Viking, BS. I'm an objective Viking. Okay, me and my friends are taking over the world. We have a social contract that we don't even actually value over other human life at all. Or their stuff. We don't care about taking their stuff. And this is objectively moral to you and good, suckers.
I knew this was gonna happen. He started going on these fucking 4chan forums, and next thing you know, he's kind of
I'm not even understanding the ancient Nordic runes, guys. I'm learning how Odin has a place for me.
and then he's gonna show up on the next stream with face tattoos. He's gonna have them.
A big Confederate flag and some swastikas.
Shut up!
I'm a soldier of Odin now, guys. Check it out.
Oh my goodness, guys. So you want to play that and not even address the argument? That's fine. We'll get into that later, BS. But that is a defeater. So. No.
Wait, how am I flipped? I'm like Mod. Okay, Mod's saying that I'm not watching chat, but in StreamYard I'm looking away from chat. That's kind of weird. Huh? Maybe my OBS is flipped.
BS is turning his back.
No, on my screen you're facing chat. Is that what you see? Because I think StreamYard flips it for the person.
Am I the only one that sees me looking at Aiden?
Yeah, you're looking away from me on my screen.
That's wild, dude. And mine, I'm looking at you.
Please don't do that. Please,
I thought I was having a conversation. It would be rude to turn away, but now I apparently am like just not even looking at you guys when I'm talking.
Well, I'm facing to the other side and not anybody, right?
I wonder how they're looking at everybody else compared to the other side of the stream.
This is a really fascinating topic, guys.
Shut up.
Missing Mod just likes to derail stuff.
I know, right?
I'm just saying I'm facing chat on my view, but to you guys it's the opposite. So we've really actually solved it. I think if you go into your video settings, the mirror my camera option
I don't really care enough.
You know?
No.
All right.
I just found it peculiar.
Should I play some jaunty elevator music while we do?
Yeah. You should let Mod derail his stream.
You should say peculiar.
Peculiar.
Procure that.
It's very peculiar. No, you need to say with a very decidedly English accent.
Like a
very
Canadian.
Back to Zill's fascination with the Nordic culture.
No, that's not for this stream. I'm going to do another stream called Objective Vikings Always Win, and you can talk about that with me then. So.
I played Skyrim, guys. I basically know everything that there is to know about the Nordic culture.
Why didn't you choose Mongolian?
That's a good point.
Okay, look at this. Democracy is just an oligarchy pretending we have a choice. They say this.
I can't look at it. You hold down.
Oh. Shut up, BS. Democracy is just an oligarchy pretending we have a choice. They are continuing to try to normalize authoritarianism by saying we're already under it.
Dude, deep.
Kind of has a point.
Stuff. Yeah.
Never thought of it that way.
This is how they shoehorn it in. Democracy, you mean that thing the founders hated and feared? Okay, yeah. These people are just absolutely out of control, out of their minds. Their brains are gone. They're brainwashed. They're crazy.
At least you haven't been booted. Did you say Jesus was Jewish in there anywhere?
Yeah, that's on the thumbnail.
No, I mean in the chat, because that's a guaranteed boot.
Yeah, I did. I said Jesus is Jewish, and he highlighted the comment, and I still stayed.
So not the God side of him. I wouldn't worship a Jew God.
That's cringe. I'd never do that.
He would just charge me interest and steal my money.
Look at this. Look at this comment from Darth Grumpy Dad. This is why I'm permanent president. And this is why I'm revoking the citizenship of every single Jim Bob subscriber. Except for me, sucker. Because I'm going to make sure I'm good. You guys in Jim Bob's chat, you're out of here. You're gone. You're about to be illegal aliens. And I'm going to round your asses up with ice. You like that? Permanent president.
Have we ever seen Jim Bob actually pick up and strum one of those dusty, musty 1972 fucking Les Paul guitars that he has sitting in the background of his videos? Or are those really just there because he's like trying to infer some sort of personality that he doesn't actually have, you know?
That's what I'm all the time. I don't know if he plays the ones on his wall, but he's actually
Does he actually play?
He's actually pretty good too, yeah.
Dang. Well, thanks for totally dismantling that joke, BS.
I was just trying to be honest.
To be fair, he's actually very proficient in guitar.
He is rather talented at music and art, so.
Shut up, BS.
Shut up.
Which is exactly why he must go down.
Look, this person thinks that authoritarianism is inevitable. One worldview will always consolidate power. The only difference is which one it is. Oh, we're the knights. We're the knights for the right ones.
We are the Borg. We are inevitable.
Okay, Jill, I'm going to challenge your worldview. How are you already living in an authoritarianism with an all-powerful, all-seeing God?
Oh.
So is God authoritarian?
It's pretty authoritarian, yeah.
Yeah, he consolidated all the power. He's authoritarian. I'm fine with that, though.
Yeah, so you're okay with authoritarianism?
If it's God, yeah.
So,
but not in our government. No, not that.
Well, he's not in our government?
No, not in our government, no.
No, he's in every single You're secular. He's in every aspect of the universe but the government.
He's secular. Zone wants to kick prayer out of schools.
No. No, we should have separation of church and state. This is good. You disagree? You're free to disagree, sucker.
Some little kid clasps his hands at the beginning of school. Our Father who art in heaven. Zill comes up, smacks his head. Shut up, sucker! I don't want to
tase him and throw him in prison.
Don't you mention his name in school?
He's supposed to be out of the government.
I mean, seriously though. Well, here's the reason: is because some other religion gets in power. Are they okay to impose their stuff?
Are you worried about some other religion's God?
Good question.
I am.
What if Allah?
Damn.
Yeah, what if frog face Allah comes around?
I'm worried about. Well, we're talking about me being worried about Christians right now, and then I am worried about Muslims and Sharia law, but not really worried. I'm much more worried about Christian authoritarians. I would never accept Sharia law. That's absolutely out of here.
But wasn't the whole divine right of kings Christians propped up for the majority of the history of your religion? Isn't that kind of based around the Bible? Don't they kind of use the Bible to justify authoritarianism and stuff like that?
I don't think that's a proper interpretation of the Bible. In fact,
so they all just got it wrong for a while.
unapologetic preacher. Last week during verbal combat, I was against Teriak on the Christian nationalism. All right, hold on.
Harry
Here comes
Cack.
Sandals. What up, Sandals?
Got him.
Why the heck?
I got rejected from the IRA, so I became a streamer.
So I was talking to
Fight the power
Teriak about
online.
it, and I said, remember when Jesus said, "Render to Caesar what is Caesar's, and render to God what is God's," and I was like, "That's political, isn't it? Isn't that a statement on politics and how Christians should interact with them?"
But
And-
isn't render unto Caesar that which is Caesar just like God getting in the cuck chair at that point? Isn't that God just kind of going like, "That's okay, people, you can do that"?
Aiden, no. Check this out.
I
Check
kind
this
of
out.
think God is, God is in the cock chair all the time. He likes to watch.
No, I don't even know what you're saying, man. So check
Have
this
you
out.
ever been to every hotel or motel that's ever been created? There's always a cuck chair in every single one of them, and
Oh my
apparently God's
goodness.
putting there.
Called a cockpit.
You guys stop it. What was I gonna say? What did Aiden just say?
Come on, Bill.
Something about the render on
I lost my train of thought. Hold on, it's gonna come back.
We're trying to jog it.
I might have a
what
thought
did Aiden
about
say?
other Jesus saying, like you heard them say, "What the fuck? Treat the closest person like yourself." I say, you have heard that said. I say to you, treat the farthest person as yourself or the closest person. I'm not sure, but something like that. Like, why don't they upgrade that stuff or something like that?
It's a good question. You got any answer for that, Zill?
I wasn't listening.
Estonian Richard Dawkins is here to totally destroy your entire identity. And you
God
just
damn
don't
it!
even know.
I'm an Estonian. That is so close.
First, let me respond.
You're
to-
actually Estonian.
Pretty much close.
Yes.
Just get in there, Zill. Come on.
First, let me respond to. Okay, what made you say God was in a cup chair? It's very offensive. First off, but what made you say
Because he
that?
likes to watch.
Yeah, he's
Watch
talking about
what?
how like render unto
Everything.
Caesar that which is Caesar, but like that's kind of like him sitting in the cuck chair. Right?
Hush.
He
Be
doesn't
quiet.
want to participate.
Be quiet. I don't want to forget my train of thought.
I gotta no!
Shut up. Okay, listen. So I see that as actually a note on anti-authoritarianism. Because if Jesus' teaching was take Caesar over and teach him what's right, he would have said that. Then he would have said that. But instead, he said, you know what? Give him what he's saying he demands and nothing more, but make sure you focus on giving to God what is God's. I think that's political. What do you guys think?
I think I have a different interpretation, Zill. I think that he was saying to give the money to Caesar. He's specifically saying that it belongs to Caesar. The money is Caesar's, so you have no reason to keep it from him.
For taxes, right. Do the right thing and pay your taxes, basically, right?
That's why he showed it. That's why he showed Caesar's face on the money. He's saying it's his money.
And then he pointed to a tree, and Jesus' face was on it.
I personally think.
Shut up, BS. So, I don't know. No. The coin matters too. That's part of the context. The coin was part of it too.
Personally think at that time it was most like Caesar was important. So at that time people thought that way. So we write it that way. So it's okay.
Well, we still pay taxes today, and I think that I would point to that verse as a reason why Christians should pay taxes.
Taxes are great.
I agree.
Shut up. Shut up. Look, uh-oh. Was that Aiden's...
He's whispering to his cat.
Oh,
you're such a pretty kitty. He caught him.
Don't worry about me. I'm doing my occult rituals over here.
Oh no, Aiden, no!
Right.
Which taxes are you more okay with? Like you take it from your salary, or you take it from the product that you buy? I think that is like the right-left thingy that should be the economical thingy.
What was the alternative to the products you buy that you just said?
Yeah, from your salary that you made, or from the products you buy. Also, probably there is a afterthought that let's just not take from it anywhere, but often, like in at least my country, there is a right-left thingy for that.
Sales tax?
Yeah.
Oh.
From the products or from your salary?
Yeah, we got sales tax.
Raise them up.
Yeah.
Jesus said it's okay to
Is
be a
this
nut.
really like right-left thingy? Probably it's not in the US. It's not a right-left thingy.
Oh, yeah, it's a rich versus poor thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I know. You know, I'd like to think a lot of other people know.
But also, like,
do.
just make nicotine products and tax them like hell, like snus and stuff.
Yeah, let's
that is the Scandinavian way.
Well, the people should vote on what the taxes go for, the social programs they want the government to do, and then they gotta fund it. Okay, that's how it goes. Here we go. All right.
You're just letting the rabble run everything at that point, is what you're saying. Oh, just let the unwashed, uneducated masses just control everything. That's fine, bro.
But
that's
yeah,
fine.
is
We're
it
gonna
like
have
or
people like you being
system
able to
where
decide what the government is?
people buy lots of alcohol and nicotine products, and we tax hell out of them.
Yeah.
And
that's
we are
like
in the
basement vaping all day.
Is that a sin tax? Like that
Yeah.
guy Fishback wants to tax viewing of pornography?
How are you gonna do that effectively, though?
I don't know. Because I said in chat he's going to download all the sites on his computer, make sure nobody else gets them.
Seems like the only way. Like, it's not like
He doesn't know that there's a lot of free porn out there, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to pass.
If it's free, it's boring. Like,
what kind of shit you into, Sandals?
Whoa!
Like, I love German porn. I do love it. Like, they have the latex clothes and fisting and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
There's something I didn't think was gonna get brought up on the stream.
A little bit of anal fisting.
Okay.
Puppet.
Okay.
Guys, Missing Bond's gonna grab me if you keep talking about that. Stop it.
That's
This
enough.
is a Christian channel, Aiden.
This is a Christian channel. Shut up!
I think I was the problem. Sorry. I will cleanse my voice with getting another beer from the fridge. Sorry.
This is why you guys had communism, because when you don't have communism, you get out of control.
Spooky?
You get out of control. You start getting uppity.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no. We don't do communism on this channel. We do permanent president on this channel, and it's me.
I think Jim Bob's audience was onto something, that the pornography leads to like horrible authoritarian regimes.
That's what he said.
Shut up! No! No, he's just being stupid. BS is just being stupid right now.
It's a well-known thing.
You start with fisting, and then you got the goose-stepping.
All right,
We're gonna have Trump getting on TV. He's gonna be like, "Go to TrumpPorn.gov, everybody."
He has the brand it himself.
Just get the freedom free.
I bet you that was in what's in the other half of the Epstein files that wasn't released.
That's right.
Discount code.
You can see what's in the other half, only for $1 million.
Stormy Daniels was about to release it, so I figured I might
Exclusive. Okay. So, shut up. Now look at this guy.
Look at this other guy talking about Zoom.
Look at this guy. Look, they're trying again.
This other guy talking.
He's trying again. He's saying 85% is the lobbyists and 15%. Sure, that's a critique on how we have effectual authoritarianism and valid critique, and we should fix that. But no, what these guys want to do is say, see, it's already happening, so it's okay for us to do it. Mod.
Look at Rachel Wilson
weird.
whacking off the chat.
Wait, what?
Am I the only one that finds Rachel Wilson hot?
Yeah.
Other than
You think Rachel Wilson is hot? Okay.
yeah.
Oh, hey.
Acquired taste.
All right. Yeah, that's like you dug a giant ditch and found a shiny
I
rock.
feel like she would be such a femdom.
It's like you found some dirt clod and said it's cool.
This is how most archaeology starts.
That's true. That is true.
That is true, Brianna.
Okay, we're almost. We're probably almost.
Oh,
done.
to me, I know his fiance's name. I'm really special, guys.
I've been studying. I have a bachelor party to throw. I can't get the wrong name.
He does. He's got a bachelor party to throw. He's doing an online
Whose is that, anyways?
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I totally.
Congratulations to Aiden and Rachel.
What? Oh, dude.
Shut up, BS.
Where from Canada, Aiden? Is it? It sounds like Aiden Linden, Vancouver, from me. In my head.
Vancouver? No,
Yeah.
I'm not quite that liberal. No.
God damn it.
No, I'm to the east of Vancouver. I'm in Alberta.
Alberta. Isn't it like there is Calgary and Edmonton in the NHL? Is it Winnipeg even Alberta also?
What's that, sorry?
Is it like Calgary and Edmonton are in Alberta, but it's
Correct.
also Winnipeg?
Winnipeg's in Manitoba. That's to the
Oh
east.
yeah, Manitoba Moose is also there.
Yeah,
So,
we went
yeah.
there last year. We went to Manitoba.
But you are like, isn't Alberta like the middle of nowhere, like kind of where I am? Too.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, the city I live in has like over 1 million people in it, so it's not that much of a middle of nowhere place.
Yeah,
I know in America, that's like,
I think we have like 500,000 here, so
Come on,
much smaller.
They started believing in the end times.
Yeah.
shut up.
I think end times are coming after Canadian team wants the Stanley Cup.
Are we still in the World
Got
Cup?
'em.
What happened with that? I haven't been following the World
We
Cup.
actually got really embarrassed because there were some commentators. The U.S. finally got to some games with some competition, and the U.S. was humiliated.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
God damn it.
Like you guys weren't doing bad enough on the international stage already. You couldn't even win at soccer. Yeah, you were hosting. It was
Shut
on your
up,
guys'
Aiden.
turf, and you couldn't even win on your own turf.
Yeah, and you have to wait 2 months for a prescription to be filled, sucker. Be quiet.
I mean, better that than paying $847 for it. I mean,
Okay,
hey.
look. Don't do this. Keep your missing teeth and your maple leaves up there, okay? Don't try to bring them down here, sucker.
Yeah. When you go to the south
Keep
of the
all your
United
missing
States,
teeth.
when you go to the south of the United States, you see nothing but intact teeth as far as the eye can see.
Pristine and clean, sucker.
Everywhere you go, they're going, man, I love my health care around here. This health care is great.
Shut up. We got fluoride. What do you got?
You got
In our
Florida
water.
too.
We have fluoride. Floridian slips all over the place.
Yes, sucker.
But really, not now about
Uh-oh.
thinking the end times. Like, is it coming? Like, Iran. It's Iran, or like if America invades Greenland, maybe France and Germany and nuclear war, maybe then. Don't know.
Oh, we don't like that.
Maybe end times.
We don't like that.
What do you mean you don't like that? That's Armageddon. That means
No.
Jesus is coming back.
Well, that part
means
is
that
cool.
things are finally done.
Well, that part is
I don't
cool.
get. This is what I don't get. There's so many Christians that like their God is like, this world is of no concern to you, my children. Worry not about this world. Go on to the next one. But then they're like, oh, the environment. Oh no, we're going to be destroying everything. We shouldn't all die horrifically in a nuclear holocaust. Like what?
I kind of
Okay.
think
Well, here's
it won't
one.
be
Here's,
the end times, but it will be.
well, here's one reason for us to stick around is God has laid out good works for us to do ahead of time. So we got to do that.
What do you think the Middle English word for sucka is in the King James version?
Is still John a Christian or like? I haven't figured it out. Like.
Shut up. Look at this.
Don't you dare tell him to shut up. That's
Everyone shut up. I'm the permanent president.
Let's look at this next comment about me.
Yes, exactly. I'm the permanent president, okay? Look at this guy. Checks and balances are overrated and assume people will follow it. A central autocrat endowed in orthodoxy Christianity.
Only.
The only way to govern in symphonia with his church. Oh my!
Could you just imagine if that happened? Like all the Senate and Congress meetings would have like incense and robes.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
We would just turn into a giant cult.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, guys. Okay.
Well, it looks like you're getting quite the reaction out of them in this chat. A lot of
I
orange.
definitely am. Yeah.
Quit triggering the libs.
Right? Right, so this is where I say I'm going to kick you guys out of the country, you suckers, and then I'm going to be the president and kick you guys out of the country. Because I am. I'm literally going to do that, guys. I'm serious. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, BS. You're sitting here like this is just some sort of like bit or whatever.
Yeah,
but
no.
in reality, the paddy wagon is literally on its way right now.
Yeah, I'm literally
decrepit shack that you're holed up in right now.
Yeah.
I know you've already been
for
on the
the
move
BSs.
for months. You've been trying to dodge the Zone surveillance drones that have been following you everywhere that you go. But don't worry, all right? The noose is closing in real time.
The
all
birds
right?
are
You only have
cameras.
So much time. That's right.
I'll just go up to Canada and haul out a noose and live there.
With that Ivy League.
Yeah, come attend my wedding. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Canada exists. I'm a Canada
It's
mythicist.
just the ice. It's just the ice wall.
It's not where the ice wall is at the border. It's only like 100 feet out, so you can't see it. And that's why they work so hard to keep us out of there.
That'd be
this is a
great.
good
The last-
question.
That makes sense.
Aiden, can we make the better trade here?
Hold on.
So can we just have Brianna now?
Like trade her for 8. You know what? I don't think that you guys deserve Brianna, quite frankly. I don't really think you
Aiden barely deserves her.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Seriously?
I'm keeping it all to myself because, like with BS and Jim Bob, she's gonna hang around this group of people, and then she's gonna start becoming like you guys. And I don't want that.
That's why he
I don't
keeps her
want
locked
that.
up in the basement. If she ever sees another man, she'll know that she can do better.
Look, those chains aren't gonna pay for themselves, BS. All right, like, come on, man.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Go me.
That's why we keep Andy around. He just fucking drops those hammers.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Buffalo, like I do love the actor is great.
He was charging up the funny that entire time. He's like, all right, now's the time.
Puts the lotion on the
Scare a
skin.
bomb of fucking humor on you.
Yeah. All right,
gotta
well, you
go.
guys hold down the stream. I'll be right back.
Oh, good news because I gotta go too.
Atheism is the best way.
All right.
That I
Peace
kinda
out
agree.
and shut up, Aiden, and peace out
It's-
and shut up.
When Chillzone goes, like, is Chillzone atheist or Christian or whatever? Like, I think like Christians can, like, I think most Christians don't agree with Jim Bob or whatever. Why I'm talking? Answer my question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Chillzone Christian or whatever?
I'm still convinced Jim Bob's Jewish. Anybody who worships
Yeah.
a Jew would be Jewish, right?
That I agree. I think Jim Bob, like, I think they're like kinda closeted gay man. Also, like,
You think so, huh?
yeah, not the.
Don't say that. He gets so
I
pissed
feel
when you call him gay. He's very pissed.
Like, and that is okay. Like,
Well, if you want to be more accurate, you can call him Metro. He's not gonna like that. You greasy head ass sucker.
but I think they're like
Heterosexual has sex with trains.
no, they're like the straight, like the straight gay man, like the playing the straight lore, like manly, extremely.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Aiden had
Oh,
to leave now.
that is really gay.
Shut up, Aiden.
It's like, I'm out of here, guys.
So, Sandals, I'm a Christian. I'm a Protestant. I'm not Orthodox. I'm not
But which
Catholic.
Protestant also?
Protestant. I'm closest to Southern
correct one.
Baptist, but I reject the Southern Baptist Convention. And I don't like what they're doing, and I don't like the people in charge. Especially because at the latest Southern Baptist Convention, they thought it was more important to vote to solidify that women cannot be preachers while ignoring the fact that predators are in leadership in the Southern Baptist community, and they are not being hunted down and punished.
Killed. Oh.
Exactly.
So I think we are
Yeah.
kind of close.
Well,
like,
let me,
like-
Sandals, let me give him a different perspective, Zil. What if they're actually doing the right thing by not letting women into leadership roles, and they're preventing the spread of predators by doing so?
I don't know where
You don't think women can be predators?
Oh, I see.
That's a very sexist outlook, man.
that is not, like
Dang.
anyone. It doesn't need to be a church member.
Well,
be a
see,
predator.
so I do uphold, you know, I don't think
Higher.
women should be a senior pastor at a church. I don't think that they should. I think women should teach women, and that's fine. Like, you could do like Sunday school. But for them to, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
But then for them to just vote on this like this and then completely ignore, you know, the predator problem that is obvious. I reject. I do a lot of rejecting.
Shouldn't the Holy Spirit be pre-screening for predators within the church?
Well, so what's happened is the Christian enemy, the devil, is attacking Christianity. And so you can't expect all Christians to be actually following Jesus.
Like,
that's why I'm out here kicking all their asses.
Really, like, I think, really, like, who is, like, I feel like Chukalos or what, Insane Klein Pose, they are, like, probably the most closest to, like, if Jesus would be Murican right now and alive, he would be a Chukalo.
No, he would not be a juggalo. Jesus,
why not? Like,
Jesus did not conform to fleshly things or the materialism of the world, so don't even.
Yeah, there is maybe
Did he
some
wear
capitalism
clothes?
in there, but
Don't
like,
even
aren't they
do
like
that.
with drug users and hookers and
That depends on what you consider canon.
Shut up. How about
there's a banned
How you,
gospel that
Andy?
says Jesus came into his hand and made Mary eat it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Andy, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm telling Sandals to shut up, Sandals. Now look at this. Look at this. Justin Foster. Yes, exactly. It needs to be thrown out. America's a failed experiment.
I think kind of every country is a failed experiment.
So what does that mean? Does that mean we should
deport
nuke
Justin?
everything?
Degenerate into authoritarianism? That's their freaking argument here. Yeah, so that's why I said, don't worry, I'll be a good president to me, sucker. I'm going to be a great president to me. And I don't care about a single sucker in this chat, on Jim Bob's chat.
If you, I cannot be a Morrigan president because I'm an outsider, but also like I would be say I'm a horrible president for myself. I will. Like,
Oh, yeah. Well, you're not built like me. That's your problem. Now, look at this guy. Then you have no argument against our authoritarianism. Dude, just out there with it, though. That's why. So Rex is like, don't. Okay, so Grid One Motor Farts was on Mod's channel one time, and I called him a sucker, and that was fun. I also got him to say he was an authoritarian because I asked him directly, "Are you an authoritarian?" And Rex didn't think that was a really good point because they're gonna vagify the definition of it, and the point will be lost. But I still think it's good to bring up because once you do, they start coming out and admitting it. They start coming out and admitting this. They don't care what the definition is. They know they're authoritarian. Mm-hmm.
Because monotheist religions breed authoritarian behavior in people.
Yeah,
No.
that was a good point. That's a good point that was made earlier. Like Christianity is authoritarian on its face.
You said that's okay if it's God.
No, subjective to God, but God is a transcendent being, right?
But it sets you in the mindset to accept anybody who comes along and says, I speak on behalf of God.
I think that there is a snare there. Yeah, I think
that's exactly what the Ortho Bros are doing. They're saying, we're going to trust the church because they speak on behalf of God.
We have to kill Satan.
Right, well...
And Satan is the Jew.
I am the Satan.
And this is, and guys, this is why worldview really matters. And this is why my worldview is really important to me, in that I believe God created... Shut up, BS. Because I believe that God created us to share his love with us and for us to share his love with others. And it's a beautiful thing. And there's great value in that. Okay. And I'm asserting that. And if you
Wait, hold on. Do you think Jesus worshipped Yahweh?
Worshipped him if he called him his father and said his father's greater than him.
Well, yeah, but there's kind of an argument to be had whether he was talking about El or whether he was talking about Yahweh.
Good point.
Oh,
They're all the same.
Say the God of Abraham.
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
Just say
I
the
would
God
say,
of Abraham.
or maybe if I know something, I would say something else.
I'm not well versed in that specific Yahweh discussion. I'm not sure why people make a point about that, but I'm just not well versed in that discussion.
Because Gumby's saying that polytheism is in the Old Testament. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
exactly.
Polytheism.
Yeah, my point is that Yahweh was like an evil god.
I'm not sure if. Okay, maybe. Look, I don't know what you're talking about, so
I'm sorry, I'll let it go.
Understand. Yeah, I just don't. I guess I'll have to understand what you're talking about later. I haven't seen the specifics of that kind of argument about the specific name.
But yeah, what is like? Is it like the Ella? I have heard the word in English that is like the God Council in Old Testament day. But like in
Elohim?
What Elohim? Yeah, Elohim. Yeah, that is the word.
Elohim means God, but the word El which
that is like
Christians will say that El also means God, but that's actually not true. El was the name of a Canaanite god, which was the highest god in the pantheon. And in the Bible, before the Masoretic text, Yahweh was a son of El, the highest god, and El actually gives Yahweh the nation of Israel as an inheritance. And then later in the Bible, Yahweh becomes El.
Didn't like Allah? It's like the word El.
Exactly. Yeah. Allah is based on El. That's why people have this discussion about whether or not the God of the Old Testament is El or whether it's Yahweh.
Is this about just terminology of who you call God and different people could be?
No, there are literally
gods?
two gods. There's literally two gods that interact with one another.
To act extra words in God
I'm a
names,
Trinitarian,
like
so
in the
and I don't know about your
Old Testament. In my country, there is a Lord Sebaot, if you say it in English, and in English, in King James Bible, it's Lord of the Hosts. And the Sebaot means
they
like
talked about the hosts of the heavens and stuff, so that
when you see Lord,
heavenly hosts.
Like
Lord is a replacement for Yahweh. When you see Lord in an English Bible, they're replacing the divine name Yahweh with Lord.
Okay. Let's table that. Let's table that until I can learn more about it, and then I can respond.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
interesting stuff.
But like Sebaot word, like it's weird that like in your what is the King James Bible, you don't have Lord Sebaot. You have Lord of the Host.
Okay.
But probably from what I know, the Lord of the Host means like Lord of the War troops.
Lord of the what?
The back rooms?
War troops, meaning troops or like war people who are going to war.
Oh no, the hosts are the other gods in heaven.
Yeah.
Well,
but I think that is the host.
All right, everybody.
Like when God, when he talks about the divine council
here.
Yeah, I want to get back to me, the permanent president. Okay.
Of the universe.
All right, Jill.
Yeah, of the universe. Okay, and I'm revoking everybody's citizenship. Shut up.
Justin Foster has some choice words for you.
Check this guy out.
I kind of like Chill Zone. Like, I think, I do remember first time I meet Chill Zone, I was really scared and I felt like you were too angry at Missing Mod.
Oh, and Missing Mod.
Yeah.
Missing Mod deserves it sometimes.
And then I thought you were kind of okay. I was really drunk and
cool.
And like
now shut
probably
up.
like even I'm a Satanist. I think like you and me, Spider-Man, aren't too different.
Well, we might share a lot of values, and the place where we get them from is different.
Or maybe it's not even different where we get them, just where we think we get them.
Well, the source. Well, the reason behind my behavior is following what I believe to be God's morals and what would make him happy with my behavior. I mean, I mess up a lot.
Same.
That's my motivation, right?
Yeah. I don't just if there is no afterlife, just try to do your best. And even if there is an afterlife, just try to do your best. If there is a God, just try to do your best and repeat that for thingies.
Oh my God, this guy has got some sense. I love that.
I got bored when I was saying because damn it, that works so good.
So here's what I do is I judge people's worldviews based on how they treat other people. I don't care where you get your worldview from. I don't care. I'm gonna judge it based on how you treat other people. So these Christian nationalists, I'm judging them negatively.
Do you use that same standard for analyzing Bible characters?
Damn.
BS.
That is like
If you want to go to the Old Testament, and if you want to have a big Old Testament discussion on
there's a New Testament. Morals. You could make that discussion about Jesus actually, because when the Syrophoenician woman came to Jesus asking for Jesus to help her daughter, Jesus called her a dog.
Doggy dog. Woof.
Okay.
Okay. Got him.
Was there a lesson to be learned there?
Yeah, the lesson is that we still hate Canaanites.
Sorry, I take that back.
The lesson was that we
like
still
a
hate
Russian
Canaanites.
spy, like in my country now.
So she said something like, even dogs eat the crumbs off the table. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
She's as good as a dog.
Exactly.
Guys,
and that's because she's Phoenician. She's a Canaanite. The Canaanites were to be enslaved and killed off permanently, so they're seen as evil by Jews. So he's literally calling her a dog because she's Syrophoenician.
Hey, yeah, you remember the story of the Good Samaritan? Huh? Remember that?
I was thinking about that.
Who told that one? Who?
Who told that one?
Yeah, who told that parable?
Jesus told a story. Whoa.
Okay, so it flies in the face of your silly point.
Jesus, whoever wrote the story.
No, that flies in the face of the point you're making. If Jesus said, because the Good Samaritan was the answer to who's our neighbor? Who's my neighbor? A lawyer thought he was going to be clever.
I don't think like
wait.
Rape one of your neighbors and be nice to other neighbor. I don't think that makes that you
can be nice to
your other neighbor. Okay.
Hey Zil, did you know Samaritans are Jewish?
I was going to say that's the Northern Kingdom.
No. Okay.
Yes, they're Jews. So they're not the dogs like the Phoenician woman is.
BS.
They're literally Israelites.
BS. What was the moral of the story of the Good Samaritan?
That even though a different tribe of Judaism comes along, like they're still your brother.
Yeah.
See, you're trying to go back to your first.
The Samaritan isn't a different religion.
And you know you're wrong, BS.
No, this is a fact.
No,
Gumby knows his stuff.
You know the point of the story of the Good Samaritan. Right. No. Okay, I'll go to that in a second. I'll go to that in a second. You know the point of the story of the Good Samaritan is to show that even if society is hurting someone, you should be the one to stand out and do the right thing. Isn't that the moral?
If you're Jewish.
See, stop it. See, I can't even talk.
It's all about the Jews.
There's not even a point to even try to reason.
Who did Jesus come for?
There's just not even a point. He came for the Jews, and then he talked about grafting in the Gentiles.
Okay. Jesus said that?
Well, he talked about a vine being grafted. Paul solidified it talking about the Gentiles.
There we go.
Yes.
But Jesus did talk about being grafted in. Okay?
Yeah, that's in the Old Testament, though. That's nothing new. Like that.
No, that's New Testament.
I try to teach the Bible missing mod, and she's like, "Don't talk about the Bible to me. I hate you when you talk about the Bible."
Personally, I started with the point that I'm doing now. Like, Bible talks about the people closest to you. Be nice to them. Before it was the God, but like, what about the people? Like, now we are on internet culture. Be nice to the people far away too.
Yeah, but
treat them like yourself.
Why?
Even the non-Jews.
Look, you guys, you have no
not
grounding
necessarily
for your
as
morals.
yourself. I say treat them as yourself as your.
Right, the golden rule: treat others as you would treat yourself, or as you would want to be treated. So you have empathy for others, right?
Yeah, I do love that thingy, but like, if it was, I think Jesus made it much better than the Old Testament stuff. But still, like, when there is the closest one or whatever, neighbors in some translations. Like, you could call it like also the farthest ones. but also like if
Forest ones like the sojourner, a stranger.
forest ones also like there might be spies. Also the closest ones might be spies and stuff. So
Oh.
better not to be too. So maybe do whatever and stuff.
Well, the thing with Jesus is there's a cohesive message and worldview and story of redemption that you have to buy into to understand what is going on there. So that's the thing with that, right?
I do agree lots of things with Jesus' message. Like I think like the Sermon on the Mount, there is a lot of good stuff. Like
the
rich man.
Beatitudes.
Well, yeah, you say.
Like the meek should inherit the earth. He said stuff like that.
Yeah. Like the poor people will be like. It doesn't matter how rich you are in this life. Who are
Right.
A bunch of poor
nicest
people running
people.
the earth. Those guys are idiots.
The poor people.
Yeah.
That's why they're poor.
Yeah, that is probably true. But also treat the poor people nice and make them rich.
Stop it. No,
Oh, I
we're
want the
supposed to
But
idiots.
also, I
salary.
think, or maybe
we
make
should-
everyone poor because
No.
being rich is evil.
Then we'll all be rich.
That
Well,
is what Jesus said.
in spirit. In spirit. It's better to be rich
I
in
can't
spirit
eat
than in
spirit,
monetary. It is
Well, but-
better.
What
can't
is
eat a
being
spirit
rich in
sandwich.
spirit versus rich in the world?
It's much better to be rich in spirit because that's like you and your friends and you like and that's like how you are as a person, or really in
Bro.
Christianity it's being rich in
You've
your
been so
relationship with
brainwashed,
God.
man.
Do you think
Rich in
I'm a
personality.
rich
I don't think so.
spirit? I think like I'm pretty nice and I try to follow Jesus' teachings that I find nice.
So Jesus
Yeah.
says, like, be like the birds of the air who create nests and don't worry about
Mhm.
tomorrow, right? Do you think that's good advice or bad advice?
You talked about not worrying because the birds of the air don't toil and are the flowers of the field. First off, sandals, please act like a woman in church and shut up.
That is a good point.
Got him. Got him, sucker. Okay. Now, BS, I've heard that as a critique too. Like, so
It's not-
if
not
God
very good
feeds the
advice.
birds, God feeds the birds. Does He feed all the birds? Are the birds even real? And then we have poor people who can't eat. So what does that actually mean?
No. That's not what I'm asking. He's saying don't plan for your future. And I would say that's a bad piece of financial advice.
Let's take that let's take that with, so in Proverbs, there's some practical advice to save up for later, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should keep that in mind. And with this lesson about not planning for later, I think that goes along with the anticipation and anxiety of what brings tomorrow, because there's enough trouble for today, like Jesus said. There's enough troubles for today. So,
but if you're planning, if you have a retirement account, you are planning for tomorrow because you're worried about like starving in your old age.
And Proverbs says you should do that.
But Jesus says you shouldn't do that.
No,
that's the
no,
whole
that's
point.
the
Jesus
difference.
Jesus opposed the Old Testament a bunch of times.
No, I don't think that. See, because if you take the Old Testament into account and that practical advice in Proverbs, then let's take that and try to figure out what Jesus was talking about.
Well, I'll give you another story. Jesus actually tells another story, a parable where this guy's storing up a bunch of food in a barn, and he says, my silos and barns are full. I'm not going to have to worry about tomorrow. And then God kills him and for being presumptuous.
Okay. Was
the message is like he's in trouble again because he's trying to plan for his future. Retirement. He's like, all right, my silos are full. I'm not gonna have to work another day. And then God's like, dead.
Okay. I might not be familiar with this one. What would we call this? The pair is it a parable?
Storehouses. It's going to be like a parable of the storehouses or something.
Okay, the parable of the rich fool. Okay. Let me pull it up real quick. I'll pull it up.
Missing Mod, I totally believe what I'm saying. I'm saying planning for your future is a good idea. That's what I'm saying.
Proverbs agrees. And I don't think that your interpretation of what Jesus said was going against that. All right. Someone in the crowd said, "When teacher tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me."
No, it's not this one. I'll look it up. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Well, this is, "I will store my surplus grain," right here. Is this?
Oh yeah, you're right. It is the right one. You're right. No, that's the right one.
All
You're
right. Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." So this seems to be the moral of this story. Let's continue. And he told them this parable: "The ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, 'What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops.' Then he said, 'This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy. Eat, drink, and be merry.'" Okay. But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich toward God." This is about pride, guys, and I think if you think about it, you will agree with me.
I don't get it. Like, even if he died, no, even if he died, if he died, somebody else is getting the. If he dies, somebody else is getting all that food and stuff, right? So that person's going to be able to eat, drink.
No, that's not why he stored it up.
Because he didn't want to work. Are you saying that man doesn't have the right to not work?
And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up, and let me just take life easy because I got it all figured out.
So when you plan for retirement, the way a retirement IRA works is you get a big pile of money and you put it in the bank, and then you live off the interest of that big pile of money.
See, you're missing the point here.
So you don't have to work.
Look. Okay, let me remind you of the morals of this very short parable. BS. Watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. This doesn't mean you should never have your IRA. This is just another lesson on don't love money and be prideful. This person thinks that they've planned their life out and don't need God. That's why this last verse says, "This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich towards God." The part that's probably omitted or not driven as much until the very end part is this person's relationship with God, reliance on themselves, and dismissal of God being a part of their life or important.
When does this guy deny? Where does he deny God in there?
I just finished saying.
No, I mean the last sentence is a summary, but in the story, he doesn't mention God at all.
Not rich towards God, right? Because the rich man doesn't care about God. He just thinks he's got everything built up in his surplus, and he's gonna take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry. No need for God.
I don't know.
I think you know, BS. It's okay.
Yeah, like I agree with Silson on that teaching. Like people person who has everything, like they maybe don't have God.
Well, yeah. So this is the thing about being rich materially versus spiritually, right? And Jesus said it's easier for.
I don't think being materially rich and like those having God in your life really matters, but maybe in that text it was that the point.
Okay, so you agree with me. I agree with you agreeing with me.
Yeah, I just don't see how he was like shunning God in there. He had such an abundance. He's like, wow, my current silos are not big enough to store my grain. I have to build bigger ones. That seems like logic to me.
It might be this part might be talking about it, the take life easy.
Does God not want you to take life easy and eat, drink, and be merry?
Well,
God wants you to be stale and
he wants
work
to be
for God and not.
Well, yeah, we want to be holy. We want to be holy for God is holy.
Yeah, God is anti-capitalism.
Nope, we want to be holy. We want to be holy because God is holy. Okay. Your point, BS, is that not rich towards God is not found elsewhere.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How is he not being rich towards God? Because he didn't say prayer or something?
Well, I mean, I get your point. I think that it's more of an implicit thing in this parable. And I really do think the right way to interpret this is about pride. Because pride is against being rich towards God. And that makes this cohesive and comprehensive.
Does Bible somewhere say like, just take what you need, don't take too much? Like, maybe it says,
this is about
like,
greed.
That is also, this story is kind of like, if you like personally in my head, like it's you could make it's about that, like, don't take too much, just take what you need from the world.
I don't get that though. It really
pushes,
like
it
you're
doesn't
not supposed to be planning
you cannot
for the future.
get that from the text. I agree with you on that. That is like making next step.
It means that you're supposed to live paycheck to paycheck.
No, we're prepared.
Not even paycheck.
For the
You can
parable.
take less than the paycheck if like you don't need. Like
no, look, he prepares us for this short parable. He says, "Be watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed."
Yes, an abundance of possessions.
So
but he's talking about food, which is a necessity.
The foundation. Right, that lays the foundation. Well, he needed to build bigger ones. He needed another yacht. He had 5 yachts. He needed a 6th yacht. BS.
Because if you store your food outside, it's gonna spoil.
Well, does he need to keep? Does he need all that?
Yes.
To store for himself. Does he need to build bigger ones for himself?
Yes.
Okay,
that's how you
so
save
yeah, well, I think the point is that probably, if we look at the
I think
culture at the time and study this, then we will see that he was being selfish.
I agree with this Bible passage with anti-Borghese message.
Whose?
Anti-Borghese message. How you porvari, whatever, you don't use Borghese.
I don't know what Borghese is.
Yeah, it's probably it's a French term in English and and I call it when someone pays more money and has more money to pay than needed.
Oh, okay, but I don't think it's.
And that is not how the term is used, but
if I was to combine the story we just read with the story about the birds and the nests, I get the implicit idea that they want you to live paycheck to paycheck. Jesus does not want you to save up for your future.
They know.
I would go even one step further.
Jesus
wants you to give all of your possessions away. It goes even further than that. When you think about the guy that came up to Jesus, yes, of course he does, because when the guy came up to Jesus, the young man, he said, "Good teacher," something to the effect of, how could I've kept all of the laws of the Torah? How can I gain eternal heaven? And Jesus says, "You're lacking one thing. You are lacking one thing. You must give away all of your possessions."
Yeah, this is again pride and selfishness and greed. This is the same lesson, guys.
It doesn't say that though. You're inserting that into the verse. You literally
he was a rich man. Oh, sorry, I'm yelling.
But he didn't say give away half. He said give away all.
A rich man.
All of your possessions. And he said that it was a requirement. Right, he said that he was lacking that.
He didn't say bring yourself to the medium income.
Why did Jesus say that to that specific man?
Because Jesus it was for everybody hearing it.
I think
and the guy specifically, he was a rich guy. He's a rich guy.
Everybody in America is rich compared to like surrounding
No,
nations.
don't do that. Don't change it because you're losing.
No,
Okay?
America's a Christian nation,
don't
yet
do
we're
that.
more rich than any nation in the world.
So, BS.
I don't think we're doing it right.
Everything to make the point bigger, like that is like the way things are written. Like if you have a story, you say
This
most
is about
big
rich
and
people,
stuff.
guys. This is simple Bible stuff, guys. This is simple. Why are we talking about this?
Personally, I kinda agree with
Why?
you at like the quiz stuff in there. Like
You guys are
and
acting
why?
like Jesus wasn't a teacher teaching these people things. I don't even need to go over this with you
I think he's a bad teacher.
I win right here on the rich in the kingdom of God. This is obviously about pride and selfishness and greed.
I think
It's the
everyone
same lesson. I'm not even going to go over it.
I agree with BS's interpretation.
Thank you.
I kinda agree with Hillzone.
All right, now we're going to have to fight
Split
about
panel.
it.
Yeah.
2 versus 2.
Satanist and a Christian versus 2 rational folks.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Now look at Justin Foster. President, you have the IQ of a carrot. You aren't getting it. President isn't an autocrat. We need an emperor, a czar.
God damn it! I think American president is a emperor or a tsar currently.
No,
like,
we have checks and balances to prevent that.
I think
talking about
you need a kungen like in Sweden or president in Finland.
No, but in America we have 3 branches of government: judicial, legislative, and executive. And they are supposed to check balances with each other to prevent this type of behavior, right? So Trump is bypassing this, being authoritarian and bypassing Congress to do things, and that's a problem. And these people want to do that too. They want an emperor. They want a czar.
Yeah,
See,
that's a
our
crazy
president-
statement.
Yeah.
Tsar is to talk about the word tsar is a like Caesar probably.
Yeah.
You know what's even funnier about the
Do you know
Orthodox
what
setup?
in German is the like Caesar or emperor? It is Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Do you know what is in Russia? It's Tsar. Like it's the same word.
Yeah.
But what's funny about the Orthodox Church is they are like so anti-Catholic that they don't have a single solitary man in power. They have a council or whatever, right? So this guy, if he is Orthodox, he's not even a good Orthodox.
No,
Yep.
they're just not good.
He's a whore of Babylon.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, we hate the Pope. Yeah, we need a Pope.
But who is the whore of Babylon? Like, is it
Rome.
I think
the city of Rome
some
is the
people
whore of Babylon.
nowadays say it's America is the whore of Babylon.
No,
but
those
back in the day, I think
those
it's
people
like
we call
it's
those people
Rome
Brandon
was
Irish.
the whore of Babylon.
Yeah. The city on 7 hills is traditionally and historically
Rome is the whore of Babylon.
It's Brandon.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different sources in the ancient world that like literally refer to Rome as the city on 7 hills, and they talk about the 7 hills of Rome.
That is most likely, but like that text has been living and people have been. I think it means Rome. But
all right, guys.
Maybe there are some hidden
Back to
meanings.
me. Back to me. You suckers. All right, look, read this. Do you think we are proposing that anyone can just declare themselves to be a ruler? Think about that. That means he's going to decide, they're going to be the arbiters, the deciders of who's allowed to be rulers after they're in power.
I read that next message that is gay, but it didn't say that.
About T-ball?
It says that guy, but close enough.
Yeah, so these guys want to get in power and they don't want to
give it up to anyone else. They want to be the arbiters of who gets to be the authoritarians because it's only their interpretation, the correct one. Oh, my goodness. Look, he doesn't want anyone to be present. He just wants... Oh, yeah, and he's an elected official? Justin Foster? Justin Foster? Let's look his ass up immediately. Dumbass. Why would you say that?
Weirdly, like,
Justin
who is like...
Foster.
I mean, what
Does
proper Foster
Christianity
doesn't
have
mesh?
anything to do with like politics? Like, should it?
I never heard Foster without an F. That's weird. I
Yeah,
don't believe
I was just thinking that.
Isn't the Fosters like the bear?
There's no Google results for Justin Foster politician.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm just freaking.
I can't believe that an Orthoper would lie. He's representing Jesus. He should be telling the truth in everything he does and says.
Maybe
Well,
they are underground
he
police.
he should be aiming to have the values of Jesus. I wish these guys would. And so they try ad homs, and then this is probably pretty much it.
Here's a question: like, let's imagine the world where they actually succeed. What do you think that would look like? Would they just be like running around being idiots, like, you know, idiocracy or something?
Well, we read earlier they want to be able to revoke my citizenship, but they're not going to get to me before I get to them. So they...
Christian nationalism? Is that what you're asking? Christian nationalism?
If this specific group in Jim Bob's chat takes over the United States, I think it's going to be like a comedy of errors.
I think they would slowly descend into Torah observant Judaism over time.
I think they would be changing to different groups, like Jude, even maybe they follow the leader. I don't know. But feels like they would be like changing to different groups.
I think they would segment themselves out into divisions. They'd find a way to infight and
a new Protestant.
Yeah, they would just fight over interpretations because they're turning interpretations into law, and that's an issue.
That will never change.
Yeah, well, the difference is, me as a Christian, I can vote for things that I agree with according to my worldview. But I'm not going to impose. Things because that's not good. Because if I do that, if I impose stuff, authoritarian, then someone from an opposing worldview can do the same, and I have to be like, "Yep, that's playing by the rules." No, I don't think so.
Do you think that Jesus would rather people vote on whether or not they follow his teachings or force it on people?
I think he would rather people vote, and this is back to the render to Caesar what is Caesar's and render to God what is God's. What should we be focusing on as Christians? Whether we're under an actual authoritarian regime, we should be focusing on being rich in the spirit.
I would have answered, I think, not caring. Like, Jesus doesn't care.
Oh, Jesus cares a lot. What do you mean?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, that's what he said.
I think Jesus would have the smallest military budget in the world.
I think,
yeah.
Like,
okay, Jesus, right? But if Jesus wanted to take power and be an authoritarian, he would have. That's what they were expecting him to be, the warrior Messiah. That's why the Jews rejected him, right? He was the suffering servant instead.
Oh dear.
I think.
Oh dear.
You know that is back-upable in Isaiah 53.
Who's the suffering servant in Isaiah?
Jesus.
No,
Israel. Come on, we just went through this.
We did go through this on a different stream, and I showed you verses that very clearly point directly to things that happened with Jesus and the whole message around it. Isaiah 53 says he was pierced for our transgressions.
No, it says he has lions at his hands and feet.
Oh, I guess I'll bring it up again.
He's right.
I think-
BS is right.
Personally, I think most important thing is to like
I can't
be
believe you guys
nice,
are doing
make the
this to
world
me.
better.
I can't remember the exact Hebrew, but the word does translate to like a lion, my hands and feet. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
mistranslation. If you see pierced for our transgressions, for one, it's pierced because of our transgressions. But there's a more accurate rendering of that word, because there's an actual Hebrew word for pierced that is not that word that's used there. So to render that as pierced is just an inaccuracy.
What is the Hebrew word here?
I can't remember.
It makes more sense in the context because he's talking about animals like feasting
Exactly.
on his dying body. There's dogs licking his wounds, lions at its hands and feet.
Put it in my language if you can. Meaning, Raamattu kuuluu kansalle.
Let me see if I can log in and get to. They make me log in to look at the original language, guys.
But like, what is the original? Like, everything is kinda to translation. Even like the Greek original text. Is it kinda translation also, or what people think?
Let's see.
Like for the New Testament, like it's Greek the original. That.
All right, catch you later, Mom.
Okay, so the normal Hebrew word for pierced is dakar, and the word used there is ka'ari, and ka'ari means like a lion, and dakar means pierced. So they're using ka'ari, but then Christians want it to be about Jesus, so they say that it means pierced. It does not mean pierced.
If that was Old Testament, then I'm out of context with the Greek stuff.
It is Old Testament.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'm out of context.
How would you interpret he was crushed for our iniquities?
It's not crushed for our iniquities, it's crushed because of our iniquities.
That doesn't change the meaning.
It literally does, because one is saying that it's a result of their iniquities, and one is saying it's as payment for their iniquities. They're two different meanings.
They have the same effectual.
But it's talking about Israel. It's not talking
Yeah,
about.
Either way, like BS was just saying, it's talking about the nation of Israel.
Yeah, and Jesus was never crushed. He doesn't have a bone broken, it says.
True. Yeah, Jesus was never crushed. I didn't even think about that.
Or was it?
So I think like these prophecies, there's a lot of reaching. Yeah, there's a lot of reaching to achieve Jesus.
No, you guys are doing the stretching, for sure.
I don't think so. I could show you lots
you
of
really
places.
think that?
Yeah, I do.
I kinda agree with
We've
the
already
group
been
here.
over this, guys, and Andy, you and I have talked about this on this channel. There's
Yeah, you were saying that because it said he, that the singular usage made it about Jesus, and then I showed you other verses where it uses that same singular form, and then Rex even agreed with me.
And Rex is right about everything.
Yeah. No, he agreed with your point that he was used in other forms surrounding this area, but then
Right, but that was your only defense, though. That was your only defense against my point about Isaiah 53.
Was it my only defense? Because I'm pretty sure I was like, look at all the he's, and then let's look at the other things, like borne our griefs, carried our sorrows, pierced for our transgressions, crushed for our iniquities, smitten by God and afflicted, esteemed him stricken. He was oppressed and afflicted. He opened not his mouth. Pontius Pilate asked him about it. He didn't say anything. Like a lamb led to the slaughter. Pontius Pilate asked him, and he didn't say anything. So he opened not his mouth, because you guys are going to figure out some way this is not about Jesus. It's all over here. Okay? So Andy,
it doesn't say pierced for our transgressions.
It's as simple as what you're saying, dude.
It's more nuanced than what you're saying as well, because it doesn't say that he was pierced for our transgressions. It doesn't even use the word pierced. It just said word for pierced is dakar.
There's tons of other things. There's
It
tons
says
of other
wounded
things.
because of our transgressions.
I don't see the significance of that distinction at all.
Because you were saying pierced because it aligns so closely with what happened to Jesus being pierced in his hands, but it doesn't use the word pierced, it just says wounded. So it doesn't align as closely as you're making it out to be.
Piercing can be a wounding.
Didn't they add the story?
I don't see the
the face.
significance.
Yeah,
Even if it is wounding, I don't see the significance of your point, because he was still wounded for our transgression. So your
But as
point
was a bunch of
isn't
Jews
really
in the
point.
first century, there was tons of Jews being crucified in the first century. How do you single out Jesus?
Well, look at all this other stuff that lines up. He had done no violence, and there was no deceit in his mouth.
He whipped stuff.
I mean,
he whipped cords.
Should I read all of Isaiah 53?
I think you should read all of 2nd Isaiah. You should start at chapter 41 and read all the way up to chapter 53, and you'll see that it says 9 times in a row that the nation of Israel is the suffering servant.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Context matters, right,
their
Zil?
iniquities. He shall bear
context.
their iniquities. What's that?
Does context matter?
Oh, for sure.
The righteous portion of Israel will suffer for the atrocities of the evil people in Israel. That's what he's saying.
I guess, guys, I mean, he bore the sin of many. Come on, guys. That's Israel.
Because he's being held. Israel's being held responsible for its brother's sins.
Oh, you guys are really doing stretches here, and I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not even. It's not even.
It's pretty
guys,
obvious.
Don't even try this, guys.
I think the only people that see Jesus in this passage are the ones who love Jesus already.
Yet he bore the sin of many, and that's somehow Israel. So, and makes intercession for the transgressors. That's apparently Israel too. Guys, you're stretching so much here.
Why?
It's a little bit. It's kind of ridiculous.
I don't see it. I don't see where we're stretching. I feel like we're reading it.
Why does it
exactly as it was meant to be read?
No, well, how does it make sense for this to be Israel here?
Because it says
how
in
does
the
Israel
previous chapters leading
bear
up to it.
sins of many, and how does Israel make intercession for the transgressors?
Because Israel is supposed to be the light on a hill to all the other nations to teach Yahweh. That's a messianic prophecy. It says all the people of the world will come to Israel to learn about the God of Israel.
Yeah. It's specifically saying that the righteous portion of Israel is being punished for the sins of the evil portion of Israel. It talks about it constantly through Isaiah, not even just in 2nd Isaiah, all leading up to 2nd Isaiah. He's talking about the wicked portion. He's glorifying the good portion of Israel. And then, like I was saying, all the way from chapters 41 all the way up to 53, I think it's either 9 or 11 times, he explicitly says that the suffering servant is the nation of Israel.
Literally.
Oh, I guess we'll have
It doesn't say
to
it's
look
Jesus.
into those details a different
Another time. Would that actually change your mind if you read it differently, Zil? Would it ever change your mind and you'd be like, okay, I don't count that as a prophecy towards Jesus, or would you just
I'm capable of doing that, but there's as I showed, there are some specifics, good amount that really point to prophecy about Jesus. And
Christians
you guys
say that there's 300.
You guys want to close your eyes to that, and I'm not sure why.
That's because
If I thought it was about Jesus, I would genuinely just say that's about Jesus. I have no problem just saying that's about Jesus. I really genuinely don't believe it's about Jesus.
And I don't understand why you believe that, and we've talked about it before. And so, what I should do is look up or look more into prophecies about the suffering servant to see how you are interpreting that, and then we can discuss
what if I could
that further.
Zil, what if I could show you that the New Testament authors are playing really fast and loose with the Old Testament scriptures to make it prophesy about Jesus? If I could demonstrate that to you, would it give you a different perspective? They're trying to make these stuff fit Jesus.
Yeah, you got
I
to keep
already
in mind
know-
that the New Testament authors had access to Isaiah. Like if they want this prophecy to come true, they just have to write it down in a book that it came true. So the Old Testament saying something, and you're being like, it was prophesying about Jesus. Like it holds no significance.
Look, we're just gonna disagree on it. We're
All
just
right.
gonna flat disagree because you guys are saying that they wrote it to be a fulfillment of prophecy because they
Yes.
want that.
Yeah,
And I'm saying
Can I
exactly.
show you an
that's not the case.
example?
We're just gonna disagree on that.
Well, can I show you an example and you can say that I'm reading it all wrong? Can you
All
pull
right,
up
one. You can show one, and then we should cool down and shut her down.
All right, the beginning of Matthew when he starts talking about Jesus going to Egypt. It's got to be like chapter 2 or 3, I think. He quotes Hosea 11:1. So I want you to look at the Matthew one first. Out of Egypt I called my son. It's in the beginning of Matthew. I don't remember exactly which chapter. But he's quoting out of Egypt I called my son, and he's quoting Hosea 11:1.
Which is about the Exodus.
Yep. Hey, don't spoil it.
Oh, sorry. Shit.
Out of Egypt, I called my son.
So that's the Matthew one? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's to fulfill what the Lord has spoken by the prophet Hosea. Out of Egypt I called my son, correct? So Matthew is citing this as a prophecy, and he's giving credit to Hosea as prophesying about Jesus specifically. So now come to Hosea 11:1 and let's look at the chapter of 11 of Hosea together.
Okay. Is this about Jesus or Moses?
Hold on.
Or both?
Well,
We got to find out. We got to get to Hosea 11.
I think
find out.
it might be both.
Go ahead and pull it up. There's Zillzone.
Yeah. Well, I want to see what my study notes say about this. This is okay. This is Matthew 2, I believe. Yeah, 2:15.
It's the slaughter of the innocents, where Herod kills all the Israel kids, like the Moses story. He's making some clear connections that like Jesus is the new Moses.
All right. Well, here's what my study notes say.
Isn't Jesus the new Josiah, and John the Baptist is the old or new Moses? But maybe Jesus is also like the new John the Baptist.
It's tough to tell. That's what typology does, though. So,
Well, hold on.
All right. Don't get all antsy here. Let's go look at Hosea 11:1.
No, I'm trying to read my study notes, guys. So this is a study note on this verse, 2:15, on the word fulfill. It says Hosea 11:1 refers to God's calling his son Israel out of Egypt in the Exodus. Matthew means that the history of God's redemption of Israel points forward to Jesus, the true Son of God.
Yeah.
So it appears that the Christian interpretation of this is multiple fulfillments of the same prophecy, which is well known.
It's not a prophecy. That's the whole point. Hosea was not giving a prophecy. That's BS's whole point. He's just talking about
Hosea.
Not exactly. That's part of the point, but it gets worse. So if your study notes said that this is in fact talking about Jesus and how this is a pattern that repeats itself, so we have the Exodus.
The pattern that repeats itself is prophecies being fulfilled multiple times, and that being an actual part of understanding.
Yeah, the Exodus itself was kind of meaning to point to Jesus, and the Hosea is making that connection.
Right. Now that kind of stuff.
So let's look what Hosea 11:1 says.
Hosea's in 12:36.
Can you pull it up on the screen so we can all see it?
Yeah. I gotta get it in my presidential Bible first. Hosea 11:1.
What translation do you use, by the way, Zil? NIV?
ESV.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Full
ESV
chapter.
is good.
Yeah, it's on the left side of the chart.
So he says, when Israel was a child, I loved him. Remember, Israel is Jesus here, right? And out of Egypt, I called my son. The more he was called, the more he went away. He kept sacrificing to Baals and burning offerings to idols.
Yeah.
Does that sound like Jesus to you?
This sounds like it's talking about Israel and
No.
based on my
Remember, this is
study
Jesus.
notes-
This is Jesus in the future. This is a pattern pointing to Jesus.
Right. As I was saying, based on my study notes, it appears this is pointed to as
So the more his
multiple
father
fulfilled kind of thing.
Exactly. The more his father called out to him, the more he went away from his father. The more that he kept sacrificing to demon gods, Baals, and burning offerings to idols.
Ooh. Why have I never noticed that?
Yeah, I just don't.
Because people only read the first verse of it. That's why it's
No,
cherry picking one verse out of it, and then like, Jesus.
No, because if this part is quoted,
then the rest of it in
I
the context
don't.
follows.
No, I don't think that's how it should be interpreted.
Well, it shouldn't, but that's how it is by
I
Matthew.
don't. No. Nope. In Matthew, it is treated as what you just said earlier, BS, is a further fulfillment and looking forward to Jesus.
Exactly.
And so your arguments that this other stuff applies to Jesus does not actually apply to Jesus.
So he cherry picked one verse out of context, and then he decided that this is a Jesus prophecy.
Decided, I'd say possibly divinely inspired.
Do you see that you're making a way that you're making an unfalsifiable belief here? Like, there's no way I could show you that this is false because Matthew said it's true. Even though Matthew is essentially alluding to like Jesus sacrificing the balls and walking away from God.
No, He's not saying that. He's not saying that at all.
That's what this is all about.
That's exactly what it says, though. Israel was his son.
That's not
and
what
he
he's
loved
saying in
him.
Matthew.
The whole story right
What
here
he's
is
saying
about
in
how
Matthew
his
is
son
this part.
went away from him, and he loves him still.
What he's
Right,
saying
but
in
Matthew was reading Hosea and had the first sentence. Matthew was aware that it was talking about Israel.
Guys, we have to make comprehensive sense of what we read, and what you're trying to inject here makes zero sense. Okay,
I don't think not zero. I think probably 75%.
Like 99.
Yeah,
75.
it's very clear.
You're saying the author of Matthew is saying Jesus is sacrificing to Baal. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Here's my out. Matthew doesn't know what he's talking about.
Engage with that. I'm not going to engage
that's
with
the whole
that.
point. Well, Matthew gets the Old Testament wrong.
Your interpretation must be silly.
It's gotta be.
You can't dismiss it like that. You're supposed to care about this more than I am.
I think it's very silly, your interpretation, because it's obviously incoherent.
The story is about Israel going away from its father and then him still loving the son. And you're saying that never happened with Jesus.
Do you want to hear? I have one.
Jesus did not go away from the Father.
Then he doesn't fit the 11:1 prophecy.
Which was not even a prophecy to begin with.
We're just going to disagree. We're just going to disagree, and you guys want to read this other stuff into Matthew. And I say it's fine I think it's totally fine for Matthew to just take this part.
This is exactly the pattern that all Christians use going forward, is cherry picking whatever they want to fit whatever they
I have
want.
no problem with that. You guys have a problem with that.
Because
I
it's
have
not
no
honest.
problem with that.
You guys also say you're supposed to be honest.
Of course.
But you're not being honest.
How?
Because you're cherry picking one verse and saying it applies to Jesus out of context.
Yeah, while ignoring the rest of the entire surrounding verses.
That's dishonest.
Okay, you guys are once again ignoring.
I could go through the stream and cherry pick one verse, one words out of you, and make you say whatever I want you to say.
You're ignoring how Christians purport to interpret these prophecies. You don't care.
Why should that matter? What Christians do, though, you're just appealing to authority by saying
we have to make comprehensive and cohesive sense of what we're reading by using hermeneutics.
We did.
and looking at all the stuff, because no, it doesn't make sense for Jesus to be sacrificing the Baal, does it? That's
BS made a point though that Matthew doesn't understand the Old Testament. He gets it wrong a bunch of times. So it's completely
This is dumb.
All
this
the time.
is just stupid, guys.
He quotes people that aren't even in the Bible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Discord, guys. Let's go. I'm gonna go hang out on Mod's Discord. You guys.
I have a weird, dumb idea that is not that related because it's New Testament stuff. Like, maybe Jesus is the John the Baptist. Like,
well,
do people agree with me? The Bible says like the John Baptist has risen. Like,
they asked John the Baptist if he was Elijah. They asked him who he was. Right? He said he was not the one. And he pointed to Jesus. All right, guys. Well, shutting this down very about now. I am your permanent president. Okay. I will never leave office. Okay. And I'm taking over Jim Bob's household. That's where that's my HQ. Jim Bob's house. And Jim Bob, you're gonna live under the basement. Okay? I'm gonna dig a little hole for you. And you can stick your head out there and jibber jabber all you want. I'll put a nice cube over your head.
If he sticks his head out, we're gonna wash his hair.
Yeah. We're gonna wash your hair, Jim Bob.
I think the hair was sexy already.
Okay, you guys are getting too freaky. Yeah, so there's, thanks for the conversation you guys had, on that other stuff. I guess we're just going to disagree on our interpretations for now, and if I can look up other stuff and talk about it later, that's great.
I didn't want to offend you, Zil. I just feel like these things should be talked about thoroughly.
We're okay.
Pleasure.
We are cool, and I said that there are things I should look into more, and that's fine.
I do like you.
Disagree.
I thought you were evil guy. Maybe everyone is an evil guy.
Well, the Bible says the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? All right. Oh yeah. Let me. All right, guys. You can. I guess you can hang out here and talk. I'm gonna leave though.
I'm out of here too.
Okay. I am your permanent president forever. And I'm not leaving. Ever. I'm never leaving. I'm going to be the president forever. And I'm taking over Jim Bob's house. Under eminent domain. I'm taking over your house, Jim Bob. And I'm never letting you Orthodox suckers get into power. Because I don't like how you do it. I don't like that. And I'm going to fire you. I'm going to fire your priests. And I'm going to fire your silly robes and your traditions of men. Jesus doesn't like traditions of men. Suckers. And with that, Jim Bob, you a sucker. You a buster. Jim Bob, kiss it.